Welcome to Vienna, to the new Gabe house, which is this time going to be at a table instead of a sofa because my back hurt like crazy by the end of last year. I am so excited to be here. I cannot believe it has been a year since we last did this. And I should say, first of all, you may notice we are lit very cozily. This is going to be a theme on the evening streams because basically this room has really weak overhead lights and stuff. There are no curtains on the blinds or anything. So I can't light control outside, firstly. Secondly, the light will constantly change because the sun is going down in Vienna right now. It's been a really beautiful day. But that means that the way I am lit on here is going to constantly change as well. So if I start looking a weird color, just tell me in chat, and this is going to be true for the whole week. Thank you, Levi, who says, when Gabe streams solo quiero más. And now we get a triple stream. Thank you so much. What a wonderful start. What was I saying? I've lost train of thought now. Yes, so if I go a funny color, just tell me and I'll fix it. This is really exciting. We are going to be doing 13 streams in the next 11 days. We have a bunch of guests confirmed as well, including tonight. And in just around 20-25 minutes time, we will be joined on stream by Daniel Žižka from the Czech Republic. This is the first of several guests who we're going to have. We're really excited. And don't worry, I have chairs for them as well. Yeah, someone says I look a weird color now. No, and someone says I look a bit silver. I'm not Lion Seeker. I am not a ball bearing. Armin, thank you so much. Gabe House 2.0 now with 300% more accreditation. Yes, indeed. And actually, this is a great place to thank the people who are going to be doing this experience with me. Firstly, my amazing, beautiful, stunning, wonderful fiance, Cynthia, who is behind the scenes over there. I can see her right now. I'm waving at her. And also Jay, who is joining us towards the end of the week. And he's here right now. Hi, Jay.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing? It's lovely to see you.
I am sick at the moment.
You're going through it a little bit.
I'm pushing through. These rehearsal pics got me zazzed up.
Zazzed up.
Yeah. I'm trying my best, Gabe.
What does that even mean? Thank you so much, Evie, for the 11.99 Polish zloty, who says, get yourself a ring light. I have two. I have a ring light and I have a key light. That's the only reason you can see me at all. But you notice how you got this big shadow behind me over this way? It's because my key light is really powerful. And I have a little ring light here too, which is a lot more portable, which I took to Melody Festival for example. Thank you so much to Bob T. Prawn, who just says lights. So yes, Jay, we've reached the point now where we get to see pictures for all the rehearsals. We're going to watch as well. We've got first semi videos coming out tonight. Once we've gone through semi 2, the pictures, we're then going to turn our attention to the semi 1 clips. Anything we don't watch tonight, we will finish on Friday, which is when the next stream is on. Jay, yes. Semi 2. Maybe you've seen all the photos already. You should have done. I hope you have. In a word, because we'll come through everything, but in a word, who are you most excited about?
Switzerland!
I have to say, it looked pretty cool. It's a bit of a theme this year, which we'll see as we go through this semi, which is people with ropes attached to them of some description.
Yeah.
Like everyone from Veronica Fusaro to Alexandra Kapitanescu to the woman herself, Jiva the Diva, are all doing this for some reason. So it's exciting. There's lots going on and there's tons to get through. So I see no reason to do anything other than get straight into it. So opening up the semi, we're going to have Bulgaria, and I am going to show you this on the screen. The other thing is I'm obviously not on my regular computer, so hopefully everything is working fine. That looks good to me. So we have Dara here. And I have to say, they've done the thing. This is 2 photos. This is 2 photos. Yeah. This is barely even half a look. This is like a quarter of a look. But in any case, I have to say, one thing that I'm instantly glad about, Jay, and I'm sure you agree with me, this fit is so much better than the one from the national final.
Yeah.
Like, it just pops so much more.
Agree.
I thought this straight away.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, the outfit's nice. I do like their styling. Um, but the staging is kind of giving nothing. I mean, to be fair, this is two
It's
pictures,
two
but
photos, Jay. What do you mean the staging is giving
yeah,
nothing? You cannot determine that from two photos.
I was I was not expecting it to be like this. Like, why? What's the purpose of the chairs?
Well, for them
I'm
to
very
sit
intrigued.
down in case they get tired during the song.
Okay.
Jay, didn't you know this?
Oh, don't give me that attitude. I'm sick.
Yeah, I know, but if I didn't do this, then I don't know. It's just someone has to. It is, of course, opening the semi-final. That is the wrong semi-final. I have to say, I do think this draw has done Dara quite a lot of favours. It feels like it stands out from the things that come after it. I'm aware Jay is cutting out a little bit. There's not much I can do. It's probably Jay's internet, to be honest. Sorry, Jay. Hopefully, usually when this happens, it clears up fairly quickly. If it doesn't, then later on I'll tell him to leave and join again, and then I'll definitely fix itself. I think it's going to look very good having Azerbaijan after it. At the same time, of all the photos, this is the one I feel like I learned the least from. Like, all it shows is there's going to be dancing. I can't see if she has a mic in her hands, so it looks like, oh yeah, she's got the Madonna mic. So there's going to be dancing, yes. And I like her outfit. They described the staging as cha-cha-cha meets Dizzy, apparently, so maybe we'll have some kind of nice surprise. Chris, 2003, says, Chris/Bangaranga bus is here and gives us 20 Danish kroner. Thank you so much. I am yet to decide whether I want to jump on the Bangaranga bus. I will admit, I know I've been cool on this earlier in the season, right? And it hasn't been my favorite, but it's growing on me. Like, it's, I think the thing is with this season is having a really nicely, slickly put together pop song that is just so smooth, so crisp, so nicely produced is beginning to kind of win me over. Like, I prefer it to a lot of the other kind of different, without meaning to lump it in with every girl bop or whatever, because they're all different songs. It's my favorite of that kind of thing at the moment, or one of my favorites. And I've enjoyed it more and more over time. I don't know about you. I thought this would get, and I think this is a mark of good songwriting, good production, whatever. I thought it was going to get boring and I thought it was going to get irritating. For me, kind of the opposite has happened. How do you feel?
It keeps growing on me. Like, when I first listened to it, I was like, okay, what else are you going to do other than say Bangaranga? But, like, it's like very well produced. It's really catchy. And, like, I haven't got bored of it yet, which is a good sign.
Yeah, no, I was wondering whether that would happen or not. And it just... It's I don't know. It's a simple song, right? It's a really simple song, but the simplicity of it, in some way, just I don't know. It makes me feel nice, and it's the kind of thing where I realize if I get all deep and wanky about it, I'm never going to enjoy it. And so the trick is to stop being deep and wanky about it. And I know I have a tendency to do that, so sorry. We'll move on to songs which have slightly more tells in their photos. But any last thoughts on Bulgaria before we do, Mr. J?
No.
Thanks. Well, that was riveting. It's time to talk about Jiva the Diva.
Yes. Oh my God, she's gonna win this semi.
I don't know what's going on here. Like, what is all this? What is going on?
This song does not need to be doing all that. Like,
I mean, I don't know if it really needs to be doing anything. I mean, she was going to get 12 points from every country on both sides anyway. But now I think she might actually get 13 points from each side. She's going to get like an inconceivable number of points. They're going to make a new tier just for Jiva the Diva.
Yeah, like she's going to break Salvador Sobral's record, actually.
In all seriousness... and can never pronounce your name, man. Sorry, says the prop reminds me of Singing Pants from Vidbeer 2017. I've never heard of Singing Pants, but I'm going to presume that it reminding you of that isn't a good thing. Are you familiar with Singing Pants, Jay?
I'm not. That sounds like it would be something incredible.
It sounds like it would be up your street. I'm going to ask you, Jay, I'm going to take your screen for a minute. Can you disconnect and reconnect?
Yeah.
Because you are cutting out so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the thing is with this one, right, is there is nothing... people have asked me, oh, you're talking about an Azeri song. I didn't expect that. And the thing is, at the moment, it's... I have to be honest, the reason I've been a bit more relaxed about talking about this is because this is so shockingly bad that I don't think there's any kind of political exploitation that can come from this song. I mean, it's just abysmal. Like, there really is. I'm going to bring you back on now, Jay. There's just nothing that, like, quite frankly, I think it rather sets back the international image of Azerbaijan that they have been so bad for so many years now. I mean, this isn't a new thing either. It's been since 23 that they sent the twins, who blamed their not qualifying on the fact that one of them had sex the week before. Then you had Ozan'la Apar. Can you remember what it sounds like? Exactly.
No, actually.
And then we had Mickey Mouse last year. Like, it really is an astonishing run in terms of its stinkiness. And I don't understand how things have gotten so bad in that delegation that they do not understand. You know, and the thing is that I heard there was another song floating about that was apparently submitted that was much, much better. So I don't know. Someone says we didn't cover the second half.
They must be sabotaging themselves.
Maybe, but this is beyond sabotage. This is like, it's actively like wasting money. Because it's so much more, Eurovision as a product is so much more valuable if your country is in the final. And so if you're not in the final every year, it makes it worse. Stevan, don't worry, I'll tell you what, here's my promise to you. Once we've done Semi 2, we'll do the videos in Semi 1, we'll also do the photos for the rehearsals that are happening tomorrow. The good thing, obviously, guys, is that the next stream, which is on Friday, we will have the second half of Semi 1 videos and the first half of Semi 2 videos. And then the second half of Semi 2 we'll have on Sunday. So there's going to be lots of stuff available. Just for those of you who are only just arriving, a few bits of housekeeping. Firstly, welcome. It's really great to have you here. This is the first Vienna live stream of 13. An unlucky number for some, maybe including me. We'll have to see. But yes, it's the first of 13 live streams, which I'm really, really excited for. It's great to be doing this again. We are going to have our first guest probably in about 15 minutes. That's Daniel Žižka from the Czech Republic. We are going to look at his rehearsal photos with him. We're going to talk to him about his staging, what the concept, where it came from, a bit more about him and his background, how he feels. And most importantly, we are going to be taking questions from you, the audience. You can only submit questions by joining the Discord. There is a channel in the Discord where you can do this. So if you haven't already, please join the Discord. Links in the description. You can send your questions to Daniel and I'll pick some out at random, as long as they're good questions. If they're bad questions, I'm not asking them. Don't worry, there's plenty of good questions already.
Please ask him my question. Please ask him my question.
What is your question, Jay?
What his skincare routine is.
Okay, well, I guess I can ask him what his skincare routine is.
Yes.
If I remember.
Yes.
In the meantime, we do have some more time before that. So I think we should move on to what was probably my favorite first look.
Oh, that picture is insane. That is probably one of the best rehearsal pictures I have ever seen.
It is so good. And these light tendril things, such a clever effect. I can't remember seeing something like this on the Eurovision stage. But it's funny. It's one of those things where I would have expected it to be quite technically difficult. And then I was in Mediamarkt, which is a shop where you buy like tech stuff. It's like a tech superstore, basically, they have in Austria and Germany. And they were selling like LED charging cables for like $5. So I guess it's essentially a very large, scaled up and expensive version of that. At least that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And I think it looks great. I'm really curious as to how they keep it in the air. Like, is it going to be trailing on the floor and the photo is just taken at a point where they flipped it up or what? But yeah, as Steven says, unfortunately, I must report that Jan Bohr's absolutely cooked. Jay, what do you think?
Jan Bohr's you win this time. It looks amazing. Like I can't even fault him on that. Like, it does look really good. Hopefully, it doesn't just look good in pictures and it looks good on video as well.
I mean, we'll find out in, I believe it's 2 days' time, we'll get the rehearsal. I'm really,
Yeah.
really excited for this now. And I think this is one that, and I'll freely admit, I've always kind of categorized it in kind of the middle finish territory from like 6th to 15th. I did always say, though, I'd love to be proven wrong. And maybe I will be. Because I think these look really, really cool. I should also say I love her outfit. And I love whoever has done her makeup. Like, it's perfect for this song and for this kind of atmosphere. I am curious, though. Like, I'm going to do a poll for this because it's this stream. Of course I am. I'm curious about how high it can get. I think qualification is not a question. Hopefully, and Dratopia says it's a dark horse winner. Thank you so much for the 10 Ron, which I guess is Romanian lei. I see good things coming for this now. So I'm going to make a poll, and I'm going to put it on. I'll do it on YouTube. The mods will do it on Twitch. The poll is going to say, how high can Romania go? Top answer, winner, and then 2 to 5, 6 to 10, or 11 plus. Because I think there seems to be a lot of optimism around this. So maybe I choose, maybe I'll give you the opportunity to be really optimistic about this. And you can vote now on YouTube. And
Whole time, yay.
on Twitch, you will see it soon. Oh, yes, there it is. Thank you very much to whichever mod dealt with that. You know what, Stephen? You're always here in Twitch chat, so I am going to make you a mod so you can do polls from now on, okay? Oh, never mind. I'm not logged in on that window, so I can't do that. I'll do it later, Stephen, okay? I promise. Right, keep voting, keep voting. 600 of you already have. While you're voting on that, I just wanted to sort of talk about some of the little teething problems we've had. I got here on Monday, so we've had a couple of days to bed in and work everything out. Hopefully now you can hear that. I feel like the audio quality is pretty good. The picture looks pretty good. We're doing what we can with the lighting and so on. When I got here, that was not the case. The lighting troubleshooting was easy enough, but the big problem we had was this room was extremely echoey. What we have fixed it with, and I'm going to ask Cynthia to bring me because we have a spare one of these. What we did to fix our sound issues, I left it it's in the bedroom, leaning on the end of the bed, and Cynthia's going to bring it over. So in the kids section of IKEA, they have these like portable desk dividers, and so what we've done, thanks, honey, is we've bought a bunch of these. You can't see it because it's behind the thing. We just have like an entire set of desk dividers all around the entire setup to break all of the echo, and then a yoga mat on the floor, and it actually worked. And now it's much more serviceable. It is still kind of echoey, but it was.
Are you bringing?
Much worse before.
Are you bringing those home?
I guess we have to. I don't know how we're going to get them home, but there we are. In any case, it worked and it was cheap. I'm going to close the poll now. 800 of you have voted over on YouTube, and around less than that have voted on Twitch. So 50% of you, and more than 50% on Twitch actually, have said that Romania is going to finish between 6th and 10th. 29% said between 2nd and 5th. 12% said 11 or below. Only 9% said winner. So you guys very much are of the opinion at the moment that there is no chance really, or a very small chance of Romania winning the contest. I have to say I agree, but at the same time, I would love to see it finish at the higher end of its aspirations. And I do think top 5 is not necessarily out of the question. The main thing is I really want to hear her in full like Eurovision production, provided they sort out the sound in time, because the sound from the clips today, as you guys will have been seeing, the sound is really bad, and so that needs fixing.
Yes.
We'll come on to that. When we talk about the clips, I will talk about the fact that the sound in the clips is really bad, and remind you that it's been like this in past years and did get fixed in time. So there's no need to panic. In the meantime, we'll go on to the next photos. And this one I'm going to skip because we're going to talk about this with Daniel soon. We will hopefully have them along in the near future. I think he's arriving to the building around 8:30, so obviously we'll have to get him in. And Cynthia is thumbs-upping me to say that he's downstairs. So we're going to have Daniel on shortly. What I'm going to do in the meantime, Jay, is I am going to unceremoniously remove you from the screen. And if you could be so kind as to turn off your camera to ease up on my bandwidth a little bit while you're off, and I will let you know when to come back. Just listen in for now in the background, and we will see you afterwards.
Perfect. Bye, guys.
And so I have eliminated Jay. I can take out my headphones for a bit so I can actually hear you guys. And I need to bring in, watch this, you're going to see a magic trick. The second chair. And so Daniel will be along and joining us shortly. This is really exciting for me because we spoke to the Czechs last year. And I'm just going to knock up the gain there we go. So now you'll be able to hear me when I'm further away. We spoke to the Czechs last year, and it's really good to get an idea of where the delegations are at, where the artists' heads are at, and so on at this stage in the process. It's always different for everyone, and in fact, we've already seen in the 3 different interviews we've now done, everyone's sort of, I would say, in positive places, but in different places. For those of you who don't know, we've already spoken to Felicia, and we'll see that interview on this stream later tonight. Oops, I just knocked my microphone. We have spoken to Jonas Love from Norway, and we've spoken to Leleka as well. And actually, these were all really different interviews. All of them seemed relaxed, seemed in good places, but it was really interesting getting their perspectives on the experience, on their songs, and so on. With Felicia, you can expect to talk a little bit about her journey, where she came from, how we got to this point, how she's feeling about everything, stuff like this. I'm just going to make this chat a bit smaller. There we go. So when he comes on, he's not blocked behind the chat. With Jonas, firstly, we talked about sausages, but I'm not going to explain that until you see it. Secondly, we talked a little bit about how he's felt through the process. He was really kind of quite refreshingly honest about how artists feel after the first rehearsal, and he was quite honest about the process and everything. The other thing is that we then spoke to Leleka, and that was really much more story focused. I think the emotional loading of a Ukrainian participation, I am going to put it up in the top left. There we go. Boop. The emotional loading of a participation in Eurovision for Ukraine is very high. And so it was really important to understand the meanings of the song, to speak a little bit about some of the theories I've put forward and some of the things we've talked about when it comes to this before. But yes, so all in all, we're going to have some really interesting stories, some really quite personal reflections on how this experience has been for these different artists. And we're going to have a giant sausage. So we really are covering everything. That said, we are going to do something now that we didn't do last year, which was look at an artist's rehearsal photos with the artist. And that should be really fun. As I said, they'll be along in a moment. Cynthia will be probably flagging them down on the street or something. For those of you who are wondering what the setup is, basically we are in an apartment, an Airbnb. We're not in the press center. Part 1, because it's not open in the first week. Secondly, because streaming is very heavily restricted in there. There's no easy way to do it. So even though I am accredited this year, it felt to me that it would make a lot more sense for us to do this again. And also I enjoyed it so much, sort of having this space to ourselves where we can kind of relax. We don't need to worry about closing times. We can get it all sorted. That, it really appealed to me, and I hope you guys agree. Caden says, Gabe, can you pause the stream and wait for me to watch PSG versus Bayern, then start up back after? Thanks. No, but could you keep me updated on the score, please? So the streams, no, there will be no streams live from the press center. That's just not, it's not practical for us to do, basically. And I mean, there are good reasons why there are restrictions on streaming in the press center, but there's also things like restrictions around monetization that make it quite a difficult sell for us. Because the other side of it is doing what we're doing here and staying for the amount of time we're staying, putting all of this equipment together. renting the place and everything, there is also, that's like an investment for us. So we have to make sure that we're in a position where we are able to, keep the ads on so that, we can then make that money back. Someone says, will you eat a sausage in the press center? And the answer is, sure, why not? Much more importantly, Charlie says, will the 2 streams a day during Eurovision week continue like last year? And I can tell you now, the answer is yes. So the plan is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are going to have 2 streams a day. So you'll have 1 on Sunday, Sunday evening, that'll be. Then 2 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday afternoon, 2 on Wednesday, 1 on Thursday afternoon, then 2 on Friday. Friday is obviously going to be the heaviest day because we're going to do the afternoon and then we're going to have the jury show in the evening. As you all may remember, that stream last year was about 5.5 hours, 6 hours long, because we have the entire show and then we wait for the audience poll afterwards. And I'm really happy to say that that will be premiered here on this stream once again for all 3 shows. And our very own Jay is actually going to be out on the streets helping to gather the data. So yes, Daniel will be the first guest in the Gabe house in the next few minutes. This is your last chance to go and ask stream questions. If you haven't already, in the description of the YouTube video, or if you go to discord.gg/ESCGabe, you can join the Discord server, you can ask questions. We have quite a lot. I'm only going to be able to ask a few. So please don't be disappointed, but please do keep trying, and please make sure to support all of the artists that we have on. Yes, artists, plural, there will be several. And we will try to ask questions from everyone if we can. So, Cynthia has let me know she's waiting outside on the street and is in position, so we will see them in a few minutes. Neuro says, jury show stream got so loopy, I loved it. It was really, really fun. I mean, I will warn you now, I don't have any like surprise mashups to drop on your heads this year like I did last year. So just to manage expectations. But at the same time, I imagine it'll be equally fun. It'll be ridiculous. It'll be stupid. We will all lose our minds by the end. I'll probably have another coffee at 1 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, as for the artists, I'm not. The reason I haven't told you, what I will say is, I think we have like maybe 4 guests confirmed. With a few more in the works. The reason I don't tell you far in advance is because at Eurovision, schedules change so quickly that it might be that we have to cancel or reschedule someone because they've had something else come up to quite soon before the stream. For that reason, you won't ever find out a guest before the day of, unless I'm absolutely certain that they're definitely there and it's like 100,000% in the diary. So obviously, when it came to Vibe, I'm pretty sure Vibe were going to show up, and they're all booked in already. So obviously, I can tell you Vibe are coming, right? And that will be actually at the start of that jury show stream on Friday. But there are others who we have not confirmed yet. While we're waiting, by the way, there is one other thing I wanted to clarify, which was that and they've said this on Instagram today, which is why I wanted to mention it. I'll quickly find it now. So, one sec, I'm scrolling. So, I'm going to find the Georgia photo just to tell you about the fact that, so yesterday we speculated on whether, there we go, on whether the background was artificial intelligence, whether it was AI generated. They have confirmed it is not. So I feel it's important, because we suggested it was yesterday. I feel it's important to say today that it isn't, and it's not. And we'll talk about them more later, because of course they have a rehearsal clip out now. In general, what I would say, and thank you so much, Chris, for that super chat. Jack and the Giant Crossroads. I don't really know what you mean by that message, but I'm thankful for the same. I think it's important to say that in addition to this, because these guys have got their rehearsal video out, there are others who've got their rehearsal videos out as well. If one person sounds bad, that's bad news for them. If everyone sounds bad, it means something's wrong with the production. from what I've seen, everyone sounds bad. So I'm going to ask you all to do something for me. Do not read into the vocal performance of anyone right now. Anyone. Because everyone who has seen those videos already will know that all of the vocals are sounding a little bit dodgy for the most part. And you can expect it to be better. I would draw your attention to one such example last year, Vibe, where in the rehearsal, it sounded a bit dodgy, right? They knew, everyone knows, they're watching the same things we are. It's not like we're living in a different universe. So they will know things sound not right too, and they tend to get fixed before the live show. That's what these rehearsals are for. When it comes to staging, like the actual props, the way they're moving and so on, that's a lot less flexible. So we can read into that a lot more. We can talk more about that based on the clips. But when it comes to the vocals, you have to just maybe hold on a little bit and not get too far ahead of yourself. And Neuro in chat mentions Claude, and that's another good example from last year where he pulled it together at the end. So we will see. There's going to be plenty of time to talk about that. We're going to be on tonight probably for 3 hours, so we should have time to go through all these photos, to take a look at some of these videos, and meet for the and you know, talk about it all. There's no hard limits here either, really, because well, Cheese is not going to start demanding his dinner because obviously Cheese is back home. In short, just remember it's a rehearsal. In some ways, though, I have to say, this does make me happy that on this stream, we can't, for rights reasons, we can't play you the music. We can show you the clip, but we won't be able to play you the music. And I think that's good because when it comes to the actual way people sound, it's a lot better to wait until the live show when those things, you know, they've had time to iron all those issues out. I can hear activity in the distance. So I am going to track down these rehearsal photos again because in a first for this year's ESC Gabe streams, I am delighted to welcome a guest. And from Czechia, and I'm going to ask the attending assistant head of press and fiance to give a round of applause for Daniel Žižka. And just come around this side. This way around, yep. Yeah, and we've given you the director's chair, and you get to sit next to Blahaj as well. We haven't named him yet, though. Welcome
Nice
to the stream. It's lovely to meet you, first of all.
Lovely to meet you.
My co-host Jay has asked me to tell you that you have lovely skin, and please do drop your skincare routine.
Yeah. Be honest. I'm learning as I go, I would call it. Our stylist is the one doing the work for me right now because I'm very, very illiterate.
Well,
but I'm learning. I'm learning.
Well, this is the thing: is that it's kind of the same for me. I never had a skincare routine until my fiance decided that I had a skincare routine.
Yeah.
And now I use this like Korean mugwort cleanser. Oh, I don't even know what mugwort is. But
did you say mud?
Mugwort.
Mug. Okay.
Mugwort. I'm not sure what it is.
You're putting mud on your skin?
Yes.
You sure?
I don't think it's from mud. I am just going to find, and I had it a second ago, but then I foolishly went on a rant about how everyone should wait until the actual live shows before reading in too much to how anyone sounds. I'm going to take a good look. Here we are. So, I was hoping, and I can do this, and then it appears on screen and everyone sees it. And by the way, everyone is in chat over here getting very excited.
Cool.
And there is about 1,600 people watching right now and saying hello. So
hi everybody, that's crazy.
We're all here.
Crazy number. Wow.
And so I wanted to take a little look at these photos with you.
Yeah.
And firstly, I'm really excited about this because we had this mirror effect in the music video, this effect of the kind of the diving through. Yeah. And this seems to imply, to me at least, this is the element that has been brought to Vienna.
Yes.
So there's a prop.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the prop?
Can I? Yeah, so there is a prop.
Props.
We don't know. There is a prop that's these mirrors that you can see, and we wanted to represent like this idea of the many choices and many decisions to make, many possible realities. And I really like how it's kind of ever moving. I really like how it works with the lighting on the first rehearsal, because we rehearsed it many times, but it was always like in the rehearsal room back in Prague, and we didn't have the proper lighting. And now that it came together with the lights and everything, I was like, cool, it really pops off the right way that we were hoping for.
And I guess it's an exciting but also a very nerve-wracking moment, right? Because you do all this work, you sort of prepare all these different angles, and obviously the Eurovision team is really good at what they do, but you send it all off to them, and then it's a case of, well, we'll see how it comes back. How is it going to look with the stand-in? How is it going to look when we see it for the first time?
Yes.
And so I guess it's kind of an under-talked about, like, I guess quite stressful purgatory in this experience where you kind of don't know exactly, like, how you want it to look, but then there's maybe this gap between knowing if they'll pull it off.
Yeah, that's true, and you're right that it's not really being discussed, and it's a very interesting part of the process. And I gotta say that when I first got the information about how it all works, and that it's all just based on the right communication with the team, and that you have to prepare the right notes for the team to implement, then I was like, wow, this is really how it works. Like, you just have to describe it for someone else to do it. But I gotta say that, like, of course, I think, like, from what I've heard, I don't think anybody has 100% their vision encapsulated on the first rehearsal. There's always stuff to work on. I think it's impossible to do that, and that's exactly what these rehearsals are for. But honestly, I'm amazed that how it works, and about the amount of professionalism that everybody's putting into it. It's crazy. But yeah, it is nerve-wracking, because you have ideas that can be maybe complex, or you don't know in how much of a detail you can get, because you're like, we have one more rehearsal, and then we're going in front of people, and we don't have that much time to correct this. So, like, in how much detail can we afford to get for it to actually be implemented? Because they're only humans, and they have so many teams to work with. So yeah, it is nerve-wracking, and it's interesting that in a way, you kind of, as I see it, like, you kind of have to do your best and then leave it to the higher power. and then,
just let it all come together.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think the thing is that, I mean, from a fan perspective, I do think, I mean, I think we're excited to see, I'm going to put it back on screen again. We were excited to see, that's a very dramatic shot, isn't it?
Oh,
and we'll come on to this one in a moment. We were excited to see this because I think we saw this really interesting, really beautiful setup in the music video. And I think we were hopeful to see some of those elements on stage. And I'm really curious to see now in the final thing how you'll be able to kind of play with all of these different bits and because obviously there's a lot of different mirror tricks you can play.
Yes, for sure.
One thing we've been doing, you'll see right here, this is dozens and dozens and dozens of messages. I asked people to submit questions.
Nice.
So we could ask some questions.
I've never done anything like that. That's cool.
And so I think we'll pull some out, and we'll take some serious ones. We'll take some silly ones, because I know for a fact that there are going to be some very silly ones in here.
Love that.
And so let's start with this one from Andrew, who I know is actually a really big fan of your song. And you can see right there, he's got the Czech flag in his name.
Ooh, nice.
Hi, Daniel. How does it feel representing Czechia at Eurovision, and how did the idea behind Crossroads come to be?
Very good question. So first of all, to answer the first part of your question, and thank you for the question, Andrew. It feels incredible. I'm very grateful, and it feels like it's moving so fast. It's just passing by. I felt when I started the journey, I was like, ugh, that's months to go, and now we're here, and it's like in not even 2 weeks, it's all over. So now I'm just trying to enjoy the peak and have as much fun as I can, but also balance it all out and just take care of myself and have the best preparation possible. So that's first. And what was the second part of that
Was
question?
how Crossroads came about. How did the idea for the song come about?
So I think I just started with the initial motive. I was just playing the piano, and that's what led the songwriting process on. But the idea behind the topic of the song, behind like decision making, I think it's when I write songs, I feel like words, like pillow words, pop off while I'm writing it, and then as I'm writing it, I kind of realize what the song will be about, and then I feel like it's a crossword that I have to like fill in, and I feel like, oh, this is actually what the song is going to be about, and it's interesting. Sometimes I feel like the song knows first, before I do, and it has to tell me. So yeah, it came together in a very slow process over like a year and a half or something like that. So, but I'm very proud of it. We were talking with Mira, our stylist, that I think it was yesterday, about the iceberg effect. Did we talk about it together?
We did.
Yeah, it's like
like where there's a lot more beneath the surface.
Yes. And I feel like you show the tip of the iceberg with the lyrics of the song, but what I really was looking to achieve was like having the full iceberg underwater, and for a long time it felt like the tip of the iceberg is not representing the whole thing. Like I felt like the iceberg isn't really full underwater yet, and I wanted to like really put everything that I wanted into these lyrics, and I'm very proud of it. But it took some time for sure.
So we get to that point where it's coming together, and this is something that has been sort of slowly coalescing together over time. How do you then, at what point did you start to consider Eurovision as a possibility? Because I remember actually 2 years ago now at the last Czech national selection, I spoke to Christoph, the head of delegation. Yeah. I did an interview with him, actually one of the first interviews I ever did in the Eurovision bubble, so cool. Where we were talking about when it comes to artists in the Czech Republic, in Czechia, lots of artists are sort of aware of Eurovision as a possibility,
sure.
And that it's kind of a presence that's there. But how do you then, from the other side as an artist, go, maybe this is the right time, the right platform, the right song to then put into this environment? Yeah,
that's a very good question, and I wonder myself, like, for sure it's different for everybody, but for me, I knew that Eurovision was something that I always wanted to try. It's a concept that fascinated me for a long time. I think it's like 10 years that I've been very fascinated by this whole concept and how it works. And it seemed very beautiful to me. So I was like, one day I'm for sure going to try applying for Eurovision. But it never felt like the right time, or I'd never had a song where I was in a creative process that was kind of like slowing me down. And this was a year where I started writing the song, and I didn't know that I was going to apply for Eurovision. And as it started taking shape, I was like, maybe this could be the song that I'm going to try to send and apply with. So then I finished it, and then it happened.
I think it's often that'll be music to people's ears, because I think that people like when songs sort of come first, and then once the song happens, it feels like, this song could go there. Because I think also, I think from a fan point of view, people then feel like, we're getting something really, which is really from sort of that artist's heart and soul. And by the way, I should also say that looking at the chat, they think you have an extremely calming voice.
Really?
Yes, they're finding you extremely
much.
sort of calming and relaxed right now. Speaking of the chat, I do want to pick up on a few more questions from them. And so I'm going to scroll through. And that's a nice brief one, which is from Melody. Since you said you've been sort of looking to Eurovision for 10 years.
Yeah.
And Melody actually is curious if you have a favourite Eurovision song, if so, why? If I was going to make a guess, I would say Amar Polish Deutsch is quite high on that list.
Yeah. It's for sure that. Yeah, it's Salvador Sobral for sure. I gotta say that it's like ever-changing thing. It was arcade for a long time. Also, like both Laureen's entries are crazy. Like it's like kind of ever changing thing. You get different favorites, but yeah, lately it's been Amateur Deutsch for sure. Good guess.
Well, it was just because I saw the.
What is yours? I'm interested.
Well, my favorite of all time is actually I think it's 2013. This song from Norway called "I Feed You My Love," sort of equal with Zlata Ognjević "Gravity" from the same year. So 2013 was like a real seminal year for me.
Listen to that.
Very different. Zlata Ognjević is very like sort of very Disney. Feed You My Love is very like gritty kind of pop.
Okay.
What I will say about Amar Polish Deutsch, the first Eurovision I went to in person was in 2017.
Really?
And so I saw that live.
I've seen it live.
Yeah. And the way the room turned on a dime when that was performed live was extraordinary. There was nobody in that room who wanted anyone else to win.
Wow.
It was one of the most like moving experiences. And then when he brought his sister on stage to sing with him at the end, like volunteers and security guards were crying.
Wow.
Like it was very emotional.
That must have been crazy to witness.
Yeah, let's keep going through, and we are. There's some sort of bizarre questions. I'm not going to ask you to, for example, to give feedback on this person's Eurovision mascot fan fiction, which feels a little bit too much. So this one is interesting, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Click.
Nice to meet you.
And this one, we're going to have to get approval for this one. Who asked about, can you share the details of how the internal selection worked, or like how you submitted it?
For sure. So there was on like Czech television official website or something. There was like they wrote an email, or like there was like online
like a form
form that you fill out, and there was like a window of like 2 or 3 months that you can apply. And I already had the song, and I knew that I would love to apply, so I was like kind of waiting for it, but nobody knew. So I tried different artists that I knew that they were like applying the past year. I was like, don't you know where is it happening, are we even participating? Like what's
that was up in the air for a minute.
It felt like it was taking too long. I was like, what the hell? So then I submitted it, and then I didn't hear anything for a while. I was like, okay, and then I submitted actually 2 songs. And then they called me that I made the cut to like 8.
Like the shortlist.
Yeah, the shortlist of 8 artists. It was like cool, and they told me that it's this song, that it's Crossroads, which made me very happy, because I also sent like another song that I really liked, but it was from a songwriting camp. It was very fresh. I was like, okay, I can send this in when I'm sending it to Eurovision, because I also love the song. But this one I really felt strong about it, so it made me very happy that it's Crossroads. And then we, as 8 artists, were asked to go perform it live for a committee in Czech television, and they made like a live performance video. They like shot us on the video, and they recorded us singing to the instrumental.
Right.
And then they recorded it and sent it to like 4 other like committees abroad, and then like everybody voted, and then kind of the winner out of those all committees came together, and it was Crossroads.
Yeah, well, there we go. I mean, I'm curious will we hear that other song someday? Is it going to be?
What do you mean? Sorry, what did you say?
The other song. Can we hear it? Is it going to be released someday?
It's going to be released. I'm making an EP right now, finishing up my debut EP that's coming out like at the end of the summer. And this is a song that I when I make music, I really like to think like in concepts. And this is a song that I really love, but it's kind of like a concept for the record that I have in mind after that. So once this EP is out, then for sure I think this could be one of the first singles, because it's a song that I adore.
Fantastic. I mean, we're looking forward to hearing it.
Thank you.
I want to take, and this is a very serious question.
Yes.
This is from QWQ, who says, what is your opinion on pineapple on pizza?
I would say, like, I don't have a problem with that. You know, like, you do you.
I disagree.
Like, if you love it. Okay, when did you start, like, when did you? What's the thing that you think like it's inappropriate? It shouldn't be happening.
I think I've just always had this instinctive knowledge
Yeah.
that it's wrong, and I stand by that. I'm a man of my convictions in this respect. I do actually have more serious questions. I'm going to try and take. So don't stop submitting questions because I am going to try and take one or two more. One more thing I wanted to ask about was the kind of the pre-show moment, because I mean, for example, I watched your performance at Eurovision in concert.
Yes.
You seemed very like zen, like very calm. Like it didn't really
that's
seem
what was
like
really
it
happening
was,
inside.
But like on the outside, you project that like it isn't really
Thank you.
getting to, like the pressure and the nerves isn't really getting to you, even if it's felt inside. It's like something.
Thanks.
I mean, how do you find sort of that moment? Everyone has different ways of managing this.
Yeah.
Like including like before streams, I get certain things that I get nervous or anticipation in certain ways. I do certain things to try
and I feel like maybe in a way like this is even harder because like I rehearsed my songs, like I rehearsed Crossroads many times, but this kind of you don't know what's going to happen. You know, you have to improvise and just rely on your pure skills.
While that may be true, there are approximately 10,000 times less people watching this than will be watching you when you perform this song. So
fair.
I feel like, and also the thing is if I mess up, they all laugh at me.
Okay.
And that then, and we all laugh along. Whereas 3 minutes at Eurovision, 3 minutes on stage, I feel like it's a very, it's this very specific thing. Okay, got to go do this thing now. It's this defined period of time. Is there anything in your head that kind of prepares you for that? Like, what do you need beforehand? Do you need space? Do you prefer to be with people?
Yeah. So I for sure need, like, I found out that I don't need a lot of space maybe during the day, because if there is too much time till the show, then I get in my head and it's a bit too much and it's a bit harder to manage. But I think like last hour or two before the show, for sure I need a lot of space. I adapted some breathing exercises that help me calm myself. And also what really helps me is like speaking to myself aloud. Because when the adrenaline is running and you have so many thoughts, speaking them, even though you're very, very silent, can kind of condense the right thought that you need to hear right now. And sometimes, like, you all can notice that we are all very good at giving advice to our friends, but when it's happening within us, it's very hard to manage suddenly. So I think when you say it aloud, it's kind of like you can become that friend that you are for other people and that others are for you. But when you're there alone before the moment, you can speak to yourself as your own best friend and because you know what you need to hear in that moment. And it's but I'm not like, I'm nervous every time. And also I had to work on like accepting the nervousness and take it as a sign that I care and it's good that I get nervous, but you just don't want it to get overwhelming. So you just have to find the right techniques that will calm you down. But kind of like nothing can, I'm still curious how my body is going to react when I'm going to be there on the stage, because I never had the chance to be even close to the amount of people that are going to be watching me. So I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to try my best to stay in the focused state of mind and push for the best.
Well, it went right all the previous times.
Yeah, true.
And I think, it's this kind of thing. I actually really relate to what you said about the nervousness and stuff. I think there is it's an extremely difficult thing to do, to like almost observe yourself feeling something, and then kind of rationalizing it in real time.
Crazy.
And this is something I had some at things I was very anxious about, and that I was struggling with for a while, and had some help to kind of develop that ability to do that. And it really shifts, like, talking about these things, like actually consciously building these, it really shifts the way you view almost everything. Right? And it actually makes life quite a lot easier. And then once you do it, you're like, why didn't I do this before?
But that's good. I think like these situations, as like what you're doing right now, like it's so enriching, because it forces you to get to that like bizarre situation where hundreds or thousands of people are watching.
And
right there. Hi. And that allows you to. Otherwise, you would never need these techniques, and it's really, really enriching and helpful for the future too.
Yes, I think before we, because I think we have just like a couple more minutes, right? Mr. Handsome, beautiful press man who I love very much.
I'm single.
handsome and single. Follow him on Instagram at Ahmad Haloon. Let's go to a couple more questions. I'm just going to sort of scroll randomly through and then I'm going to stop.
Yeah, it's going to be a destiny.
Let's go with, okay, that's the skincare question.
Sorry. Mira can answer that.
We've had that one before. Jay is angry that you weren't at London Eurovision party. He's here now, okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to focus our energy on the one thing that we could do, and also the schedule was very tight about our about the opportunities that we wanted to prioritize in Czechia. So we were trying to also do a pre-party that was very important to us, but also we wanted to balance the things in our country and abroad. So that's what was happening.
We're going to have one more, and this is a really nice closer actually, from the beautifully named Rat with a Denmark flag. Says, what do you hope to achieve by participating in Eurovision? And if I can expand that question slightly, 2 weeks time, it's all over.
Yeah.
Where do you need to be in terms of, what do you need to happen to feel like, I was really proud of this experience, I'm really glad I did it?
Yeah. So what I'm hoping to achieve by this is like kind of that, sorry for the long pause.
That's all right, it's a dramatic pause.
Yeah, it's a dramatic pause. Like I have an answer in mind, but I don't want to be chaotic about it. I feel for like internal win inside myself, because I don't think like many of the artists experienced this amount of like public performance. Some did not. I'm one of those who did not experience that. So, and when you're a small artist exploring these big opportunities and stages for the first time, you have a lot of self-doubt. Also, like I'm at the start of my career. This is like one of my first like proper concerts. And also, it's a hard song to sing. It takes a lot of work to prepare my voice. It took 8 years of vocal training with my amazing professor that I could never do this without. And what I'm hoping to achieve by Eurovision is kind of like to win over that self-doubt and feel like I am capable of doing this. And I think this is the biggest lesson that I think this brings me. And also just the process, the preparations for Eurovision, I see in retrospect how much it taught me already about how the industry works, how you should communicate with your team, with the people working on different stuff. And it taught me that there are so many talented people working so incredible jobs and participating in such an important way that aren't seen and that make it kind of come together. So I'm not really hoping for any like ranking place, but I'm hoping to be proud of the performance, to do everything that I can to prepare my best and to shoot my best shot, and then just be happy with what we did, and just see if the listeners resonate with it or not.
Well, we're delighted to have you both here in this flat and also in general.
I'm delighted to be here.
And we're delighted to have you in Eurovision too. I think, you talk about this being the first time on a stage of this scale. We hope and we are sure that it will be the first of many. And we are looking forward to seeing you hopefully many, many times on those stages in the future. Most importantly, a week on Saturday.
Okay.
And we very much hope you are there. So for now, everyone in chat, and I'm going to bring the chat up now so you can see everyone say thank you. Everyone say thank you to Daniel for joining us. Give him some love. And most importantly, you have to vote for the number 5.
Oh, number 5. I never promoted number 5. Right.
In semi-final 2, if you want to get this wonderful man to the final, and that is the most important thing. And you can see in chat, look how fast it's moving.
Oh
all of these people saying thank you
so
right
sweet.
now. So
thank you
many.
Guys for being here.
And so yes, and they all appreciate you very much too, and that is the most important thing. It has been fantastic to have you.
Likewise.
And I'm going to once again ask the assembled audience to give us a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely.
Thank you so much for coming. And now I believe Ahmad is going to whisk you away off in this direction.
Whisk me. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming. Lovely to see you, Ahmad. We're gonna get a pint later this week. There we go. High fives. All right, and I am going to shuffle back across. It was a massive, massive privilege to have Daniel here. And this is the kind of thing I want to do here, where we have the chance, and I'm just waving to them as they all head out. Lovely to see you all. It is so great to have the chance to speak to these artists and to really get an insight into, their music, to their careers. I'm just going to shift this. There we go. I have a line on my table where I need the camera to be, and just sort of really get a deep insight. And I'm glad we were able to do that. I'm going to check if Jay is ready to come back. Jay, if you can hear me, please turn your camera back on. There he is. Oh, it's lovely to see you again. Hello, Jay.
Hey, I had my dinner.
You had your dinner while listening. What did you think of that? Did you enjoy that? Did I do a good job?
You did. You very much did.
Thanks, Jay.
He was giving you great answers and very good eye contact as well.
Yeah, he seemed...
That's what you want as an interviewer.
Yeah, he just seemed really calm. That was the thing that really struck me.
Yeah.
It was the whole energy was so, zen.
Yeah, he's just such a calming person. Just listening to him speak, his voice, even when he speaks, when he sings, I wish I had a voice like that.
Hold on, is this? I just want to take a little sidetrack. Am I getting one guide, or is it true that they just announced that Linda Lampenius can play live?
What?
1 second, and Jay, I'm going to ask you to exit the call and join again because you're lagging. So just quickly exit and join now. I need to check this. I need to check this. That's big. That's massive, massive, massive. Where can I see it? Look on her Instagram. I'm going to do it on here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on here. Wait, I'm bringing you back. Hi, Jay.
Hi.
Right. I'm searching up Linda Lampenius official.
I just got a message saying that it is true.
Is it on her story?
Oh my god.
Let's see. I'm looking through.
Ula announced it apparently.
Oh my gosh, it's real. It's real. It's real, honey.
Yeah.
Oh.
They just announced that Linda can play live.
I told you she would.
Oh, leave those doors open.
Oh
It
my
keeps the echo
God.
nice.
Oh my god.
I mean, that's huge. That is
Wow.
absolutely huge. And a huge can of worms open, as others have pointed out. We'll get to their clip later. But that is exciting and also very consequential for this competition. I think it will make a massive, massive difference in the future if this becomes the new norm. I do just want to quickly, but before we move on, and we can talk, we have lots more to talk about tonight. And obviously, this just hit us like a train. I didn't mean to run straight into something so quickly. I want to quickly thank all of the people who subscribed and super chatted during that section with Daniel. And so I want to thank Europunzel, who says that these streams have helped us through helped them through a stressful exam season. Petey Weety, who says, love your vids, and I'm glad you're pointing out vocals that matter in rehearsals. Kanirak Good says, how was the problem with Czechia Drahi? I'm afraid I don't understand. Levi says, have you seen the cover art of Cheese's new album? It's quite sunny. I have not yet. Hellcentric says, I feel like we're at a crossroads, lol. Love your song, but Croatia for the win. Liam Tailneck for the prime sub. Ingvild for the membership. Kyle Alessandro Hive, who said, Daniel Rizka, what were your 3 favourite parts or most memorable parts of pre-party season? And Ingvild, who sent a super chat just saying, Finland! So,
Finland.
There's obviously more to come of this. I think we should stick with our sort of tour through the rehearsals of Semi 2 first, because all of these artists deserve a look. Obviously, we're very excited about that news. We're going to go on to Armenia. And I have to say, Jay.
Yeah.
Do you want to say it, or should I?
Why are we using AI?
And obviously, it's not an accusation to be put around lightly, as we learned yesterday. But like, look at this stuff in the background.
But like,
this is
that,
it's a cut and dry case. There,
it's
that
like
is,
real bad.
It's just hieroglyphic designing, you know. Whether it'll have any impact, God knows. I actually don't. It might not. I think people on TV won't notice, and this discourse probably won't connect with people enough. At the same time, like, again, you can see it there. Qualification seems unlikely. That said, I think we're going to get an all singing, all dancing performance. He's upside down, and he's literally, he looks like he's about to tell us his riddles 3. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he's like,
this is
you may not pass unless you tell me what's the third number of the 5th son of the 12th parallel of the, you know. Go on. Sorry.
Okay, Gabe. This should be called the Clement effect.
You think this is the Clement effect? It's one of those things.
This is the Clement effect.
I think, you want to know what my theory is about these?
Or the Sarah Alto effect.
Gosh, that was a very expensive and very ineffectual performance. The thing I would say is that I think this kind of Clement effect thing, or whatever you want, where you see something once, then you see it several times in following years. Sometimes with dance breaks, I think it's a case of if something works, then great, it gets repeated. On the flip side, I think it can also be once something gets approved once, it may be that the same thing has been rejected multiple times before. And so the net result of that would be that once it's been approved once, they are more minded to approve it in future, or they feel more capable of it and things like that. His karaoke box video is that one Celiac Capsis bass boosted 240p club performance meme, says Kyle Alessandro Hive. Please tell me you know it. I do actually know it. We may have to find it later to explain the context. How are you feeling about this song at the moment? I'm going to get the Semi 2. We did skip Luxembourg. Don't worry. We'll go back to Eva Maria. I have to say, especially given what we're going to come on to, I'm feeling pretty pessimistic about Armenia's chances at the moment. Jay, how do you feel?
The same. It's not looking likely at the moment, but like this semi-final is crazy. It's looking like anyone can qualify apart from maybe
Jiva the Diva.
No, she's winning. We've
Okay.
already said she's gonna win.
Okay, well, she's going to win, but she's not going to qualify. But yeah, everyone else could qualify. I can't see a single song at this stage that I would rule out.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. One more, but we'll come on to that.
well, I feel like we're going to come on to it very shortly.
Oh,
What?
okay. Maybe we have different answers.
Okay, well, let me go to the
Maybe
one that
we
I
have
think
different
is in the
answers.
most difficult place at the moment.
Right.
With what looks...
Oh, okay.
I think her vocal is going to be great because it's been great every time she's done this. I think she is mega talented. I love her cover of Eins, zwei, drei. It's no secret I'm not a big fan of this song. For me, this is the thing. Outside of Azerbaijan, this is the thing that I am struggling most to find a path. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the only path she has is the mum vote.
The mum vote.
Kind of the same thing with Chuto Tuto from 2023. Like, mums will absolutely love this. I'm pretty sure my mum likes this song. Shout out to my mother. Yeah, I I just don't really see this going anywhere.
I hope she brings back... I can't believe I'm saying this. I do hope she brings back the violin. At the same time, I kind of feel sad for her now because surely if Linda can play her violin, they should have let Eva Maria play hers as well.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think she'll give a nice performance. I think I will enjoy it when I see it. At the same time, you can enjoy something without then wanting to pick up your phone and vote for it. And I also fear that that's something that will be a common occurrence for this song, in my opinion. Anything else on Luxembourg? Was this the one you were thinking of, or was it something else?
No, there was something else.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm very curious because I actually don't know what it is. Jay, I'm going to let you lead on this.
Okay. Ah! Oh my god! 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 I am so excited for this.
Yeah?
This, like,
You sure?
when this dropped, you should have saw my face when this dropped. I was, oh my god. Call me ESC Tom the way I was gooped and gagged. Like, I'm so, like, this looks so good. This looks so good. I really hope it's not going to look messy. Because these pictures look incredible.
I just,
Okay.
I just
think I've calmed down now.
There's so much going on here. I mean, I think it's really clever because it tells the story of the song so well. And something stuck with me about what she said in her interview with us at LEP, which was that Alice never gets to speak for herself. And I think there's something really nice in the imagery about the fact that all of this rope, obviously it's controlled from elsewhere. Even the microphone is attached to this rope. I think it's such a clever visual metaphor. And this is so interesting. This is the thing. The Swiss know what they're doing. The Swiss know what they are doing.
Yeah.
And this isn't just another example of it.
They always like bring out the staging, like, except from 2022. But like 2021, John's Tears, 2023, they elevated that song in 2023. They gave it the most. 2024, what was 2024? Oh, how could I forget?
What was 2024?
Nemo,
What was 2024 Switzerland? Just go
Their
on, keep
staging
talking.
was incredible. Nemo was incredible. 2025 was paid dust.
Robbed.
I hate you all.
Robbed.
That was one of my favorite songs that year, and the televote gave it 0. 0?
If it helps, I don't think anyone understands how that happened particularly. I should point out they came 11th somewhere where Israel came above them. So it didn't have to be a 0 if the competition was fair. Anyway, I am excited about this. Obviously, I hope it goes without saying that I think this puts them into more contention than they were before. I was very, very pessimistic on my first prediction about this. I think, like everyone else, I'm also kind of up in the air with how this is going to do, up in the air with how the semi-final is going to pan out, because this was so, so exciting to me. Any more thoughts, Jay, before we go on to the next one?
It kind of looks like, in playgrounds where they have like that rope you can climb.
Yeah.
Those rope structures. It kind of looks like that. And I love it. I used to love going on those when I was a child. I still do now, actually. But like,
Well, Jay,
Jay,
they keep sending you away from the parks. They keep pointing to you must be under a certain years of age, and yet you just keep walking in. And you know what? That's inspirational.
I try my best.
Mm-hmm. Let's look to.
I'm actually 5.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Mental age, maybe. We're going to scroll up to the beginning of the next day, which was Cyprus. And this photo, split in half by Eurovision.tv. Oh, no, it's not. It's Eurovision.com now. Is just aura. Pure aura. That said, you know what I was thinking of? The amazing rehearsal photos of Andromachy. And so I choose not to trust Cyprus until the last moment, and then I choose to be hopefully positively surprised. I think it looks great. She looks like she's having fun. This is like a...
Oh, yes.
I'm going to use a big word. This is a rambunctious song. This is a song that... this is a song that requires this sort of energy, but also this kind of like, let's go... happiness and that kind of happy-go-lucky, free feeling. This gives me hope.
Yeah.
This makes me feel like if this is the energy of the performance, we're on the right lines. How do you feel?
the fact that she looks so happy is giving me a lot of hope, because as you said, like this is a song where you kind of need to show that you're really happy. It's like one of those yeah songs, you know.
Yeah, fire.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fire. But if you go back to the if you go back to that single shot of just her,
Yeah, let me find it. It's split, but people get the idea.
yeah, like it's giving me fuego a little bit.
Mm.
And I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but like imagine she pulls out like a fuego result.
That would be really fun, especially given the discourse over the last couple of weeks. Because at the moment,
Yeah.
this seems to be where a lot of people are turning to for their sort of shock non-qualifier prediction. I will say for this photo, I reckon this is, the middle bit where she says, "You want more." I think that feels like where this is
Yeah.
going to fit. Like the dancers disappear and it all falls away. Either that or it's the very, very opening right at the start, which should be very fuego in its energy. I have hope. I have so much hope. And I guess this is going to be the end, isn't it? They're going to come off the giant fiery thing and walk along the front or whatever. Yeah, I think obviously
Yeah, this is gonna look really good.
what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it again, a video is going to come out of the rehearsal of this song. And probably, like every other rehearsal, the vocals are not going to sound right. Avoid confirmation bias. Do not then decide that Cyprus's vocals are going to be terrible. It's a rehearsal, and as we've heard today, they haven't got the levels right yet. Give them time.
But they will. They will. They still have plenty of time. People relax, please.
Yeah. Focus on staging.
Moldova will be okay.
We'll come to that. Focus on staging. Focus on what you see on screen. Don't focus on what you're hearing for now. Right. We are going to move on to the next one, which is Latvia. My first instinct, I have to say, is that it's looking like a sort of upgraded, scaled up version of what she did in the national selection. And I liked that concept. The thing I said at the time was, I hope that there is a little more storytelling coming into it, in addition to what we've already seen. Hopefully, that is what we're going to see. At the moment, I feel like they're keeping their cards close to their chest. This is all just telling me we have the same concept, but, moved in some way. What do you think?
So I mentioned earlier that there was another NQ that I think would happen. This one, is it? I feel like they could have done something more. I'm sorry, guys.
Kat
Sorry,
is literally,
if you're
Kat is
watching
going
this.
to burn your house down. I hope you realise this. Kat is going to burn your house
No one
down when
knows
she
where I
hears
live,
this.
it's fine.
I do. And if
Okay,
anyone pays,
yeah, I
and,
live in
and
your
listen,
cupboard.
and listen, if it might be, I know you're my friend or whatever, but 100 quid's 100 quid. If someone wants to pay, I'll tell them. There you go. There's an incentive for you.
100? Wow.
100 quid, and I'll tell you where Jay
Wow.
lives.
No, absolutely not. People don't know. People don't need to know that much about me.
Dear, oh dear.
No, but like, I'm just not really feeling this. Like, this wasn't one of my qualifiers anyway. And it's like, surely this won't qualify for me anymore.
Yeah, well, I think it's well in the race still for me personally. Like I said, because it's so open. I also think that anyone who really delivers on the night is instantly catapulted into a pretty strong position. Like there's a whole bunch of songs where the variance is like anywhere between 4th and 14th in the semi-final. This is one of those songs, in my opinion. If it goes really well, if it connects, it could sail through without a problem. Let's not forget the odds, and myself and many other commentators expected Tauta Metas to be right on the edge last year, and they weren't. In fact, they came second in the semi-final. They bulldozed.
They won the semi-final.
Yeah, they won the semi-final.
They won the
Let's be real,
semi-final.
they won the semi-final.
Let's be real.
I really, really think that there is absolutely still plenty of hope for this. I'm excited, and the people want a poll. So I'm going to give them the poll. Will Latvia qualify, yes or no? Da-da-da-da-da. Will Latvia
People
qualify?
really think
Question
they have
mark.
People really think they have a great shot at qualifying.
Well, let's see. let's see. The poll is coming out now. This is not can, remember. This is will. We're going to see if the chat agrees with Jay, or if the chat, well, I'm not sure, but I don't know what I'd vote in this poll, to be honest. Just under 400 of you have already voted. Let's turn that into 800, and then we will close the poll. So keep going, keep on going. I also really want to thank everyone again for coming out in numbers for this first stream, especially on a Wednesday night. Like, the amount of you here for a Wednesday night is pretty much unheard of. And so it's, it's really, really encouraging for us. I think this is a year where we are actually doing, I think, more streams than we did last time. And so we're working really hard. We've got more guests than last year. We're doing more stuff. And crucially, we can actually do some things from rehearsals as well. And I think I've already mentioned it a bit. But in the rehearsals on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to be here on stream. Meanwhile, Jay and Cynthia are going to be in the room telling us from that closed rehearsal on Monday, Wednesday, Friday afternoon. Then in the evening for the jury show, me and Jay are going to be here together. We're going to watch the show, but then Jay is going to have to leave early because he's going to go and do the audience poll. And then he's going to come back and we're going to reveal that result live on stream together. Thank you so much, Elmo for becoming a top tier member. I appreciate that very, very much. Someone says, out of genuine curiosity, what are the opening hours like for the press center? It's like 10 a.m. until 2 a.m. or something. It's open a really long time, but it's only open from Sunday. I have my accreditation already, but it's only open on Sunday. I will say as well, it was a nice moment for me getting the accreditation. I felt it was quite, after what happened last year, this is the first time that I had an accreditation to Eurovision in my own name, from this thing. And so it really meant a lot to me to be able to do that. I felt fire indeed. Thank you so much, Matta N, for the subscription, who says, so ready for the best week of the year. Good luck to you two and everyone collaborating. Thank you so much. There we go. 58% of you say that Latvia will not qualify. So, Jay, you are actually of the majority opinion. Please don't gloat, but also, is that a result you expected? Or were you expecting to be, oh, that's the wrong scene. Or were you expecting it to be more open?
I mean, 58% to 42% is quite close. I was kind of expecting something close like that. So, yeah.
To be honest, I thought it would be slightly more against.
It's not really a divisive song.
No, I actually thought it would be slightly more. Yeah, I thought it would be slightly more pessimistic. That makes me feel quite good, actually. I mean, I feel quite personally invested in this. I think the message of the song is really beautiful. I think there are some things, I haven't been affected by the same issues in a close way like Avra has, but there are things about that song which really speak to me, and things about the way that she spoke about it at LEP that really connected with me. And so I feel kind of, emotionally connected. Hopefully, we will have a chance to discuss that in more detail live on stream, but I'll have some more details about that in a couple of days. For now, let's move on to the next song, which is, and this was exciting, Denmark. And can I just say straight off the bat, I really, really love the new shirt. I think this sort of the slightly more shaggy, messed up hair and the loose shirt suit this song so well. I think it's so cool.
Yes.
Super happy. Fashion first. What do you think?
Oh, these pictures. I agree with you with the hair and the clothes. Like, it should have been like this at DMGP, I think. Like, I mean, he didn't need it, he won, but like, it just gives off like really club vibes, club energy.
Chat, how is this making you feel?
The styling is perfect.
How is this making you feel, chat? I just think I
in
just
PG terms, please.
Yes, please respect the family-friendly nature of these streams. And don't think I didn't see all of your first comments about Daniel Žižka's voice earlier, by the way. There will be a poll. We can do a poll. Just give us a minute. First impression for me, really glad they've clearly kept close to the concept from Danish MGP. I think, and it's rare for me to say this, Denmark had something that didn't need to be changed all that much. It was pretty much there already. Really, the goal was not about reinventing the wheel. The goal was about making incremental gains around the edges. The concept is great. Just polish it slightly, upgrade things slightly. I prefer the way he looks when it's slightly more, rugged, right? I think it works better. And then, because then also it makes the effect of the last section where he becomes more polished because of the outfit change into the mesh top. I think it makes that effect more pronounced. So I really, really like the way they've done that. That said, there is someone in chat who despises the shirt. I don't know if they despise the church. That's something separate entirely. Uzbek Spy says, burn the shirts. And, well, I can take your opinion on that right after I've reported you to the relevant authorities for espionage. I am curious because there's been other inputs this week. For example, the Oge poll, which had this which had it second. Finland came first. So a lot of the fundamentals seem to be in this song's favor. At the same time, after it briefly went into second place in the odds, Greece has since broken past it, and we'll come on to them later. So I do want to, just a quick yes, no, and this is a not will, this is a can. Do you feel that Denmark can still win Eurovision?
That's a good question.
There we go. I've just submitted it.
That is a good question.
On YouTube. By the way, with all the violin stuff, and since I keep saying Finland by accident, is now a bad time to tell you that I'm interviewing Linda and Petter tomorrow, and it's going to be on the stream on Friday?
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's good.
Nice.
So you've got that to look forward to. And also at the Felicia interview, we're going to show that on this very stream later on tonight. In the meantime, it seems to me like this result is clear, but make sure you are still voting because there is plenty more time to do it. Once it ticks down on Twitch, I will close it on YouTube. Wow, everyone is screaming about this. What perfect timing just after the violin drop. And I get to walk in the next day.
Should I bring up my violin?
You have a violin? Can you play the song on your violin? Oh my God. Since when did you have this? I still find out new things about you, Jay, from time to time. In the meantime, 69% of you think that Denmark can win Eurovision. Why do I keep saying Finland? God, it's because I've got Finland on my mind because of the live violin stuff. Oh, 70%, sorry, not 69%. So near yet so far, everyone. Better luck next time. So you all very much feel that it is still in the... What did you do to that?
I guess I'm not playing it.
Are there any strings left? Like on the bow?
Yeah.
Give it a try.
Yeah, there's
play Leakenhaten.
I cannot play Leakenhaten.
You could try. Do the... Go on.
No.
Luckily,
I'm not embarrassing myself.
It filtered it out anyway. Right, we're gonna keep going on because there's so much to talk about tonight. We've been on for an hour and a half, and there's so much to talk about. This is one of the things I love about Eurovision Week is we could stream all night. I mean, we're not going to, but we could. Let's move on to Australia. And firstly, this harp. The thing is, the shape of the harp makes me think of Ireland. So I saw this, and I was actually like, it's like I feel you come to me at a very Irish time in my life, says Delta Goodrum.
I was like, is this a Guinness ad?
Well,
it's like I'm watching the performance
because of the
looking
colour
through
scheme.
a pint of Guinness.
Yeah, because of the colour scheme as well.
Yeah.
That said, this one also gave me Ireland vibes, but for different reason. It reminded me a little bit of the Doomsday Blue prop. You know, with that kind of circle she had around her, like in the background. I think it was projected onto a screen rather than a real prop. I feel like they're deliberately keeping their cards very close to their chest here, but there is a big finish coming to this, I suspect, that we have not yet seen. They are going to have some kind of big plan. I've seen some rumors about things getting lifted up and so on. I really hope they're true. It could be a real moment, and we know she's going to have a great voice. Jay, how are you feeling about Australia? I feel like we didn't learn that much from these photos so far.
Yeah. Oh, my stream is like dying right now.
Well, I can hear you
can you
fine,
hear
so
me?
just keep talking.
Okay.
Jay.
Yeah, they really did not want to show us anything. Like these are like we know nothing still. It's like we could have just not got pictures from them and we'd have the same amount of
Yeah,
information.
it was literally giving.
But,
So there's Delta Goodrum in
she's
your
gonna-
arena in this part of the country at this time of year, localized entirely within Vienna. Yes. Can I see it? No.
No. No, but I mean, I have faith in this. Like, it's Delta Goodrum. Like,
Yeah, I want to.
she's gonna pull something.
Yeah. And it's interesting, by the way, we're going to have a harp here and then a bandura back to back, because the bandura player is going to be on stage with Leleka in this performance. We don't see it here. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I am so glad. And also, Leleka confirmed this today when I interviewed her. And you'll see that interview on Friday as well. We haven't had time to cut it together yet because it was only this afternoon. They completely threw out the entire Vidbeer performance. They threw out the entire thing and started again. Which was good.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And I'm excited for this. And I really love some of the symbolism, particularly like if you look on her dress, I love how she's not just covered in white. I think there is something important symbolically to the black in here that represents her, that represents Donbass Girl, her other project, and represents that this song is not about being unabashedly positive. It's a song about hope in spite of. It's actually and I think it projects a lot of strength for that reason. I've really waxed lyrical about this, and we're going to do this more on Friday because I think it's really gorgeous. And also, person whose username begins with K that I have no idea how to pronounce it, says that it's a bit like a stork, and Leleka means stork. Jay, this one has gone under the radar a bit. I feel like people aren't talking about it as much as I would like. And also, it's Cynthia's favorite. And she just gave me a big thumbs up.
Yes.
How do you feel about this? Where do you feel that we're at?
I mean, I've said before, this isn't my favorite song this year. I don't really listen to this a lot. But the staging, from what I can see, is giving me hope. I mean, they're obviously going to qualify. You don't need to bring up the map. Don't worry.
There will be no map.
But, yeah, this will most likely sail through comfortably. Yeah, she seems so lovely.
Mm-hmm. What I really noticed about her is, and I've noticed it both times I've interviewed her now, is when you start, with some artists, when you start trying to dig sort of behind the curtain a little bit, they recede a little. And that's fine, because not everyone wants to be like really open with the way they're feeling, what's going on inside their head. With Leleka, the more you make a conscious but considered and well thought out effort to reach behind the curtain, the more she shines and the more she blooms. Because like the more you make the sort of effort to consciously dig into everything that's behind her and behind the song and behind her as a person, the more fulfilling the song is, in my opinion, but also the more she comes alive when you talk about it. And you could tell, I mean, you'll see this in the interview. I think she just really, she really loves articulating sort of all of these things, all these different things that are sort of emotionally within her and that are also within the sort of Ukrainian experience. She understands very keenly that in some ways she has a role as a sort of cultural ambassador, as a cultural kind of signifier for where Ukrainians are at now. So I mean, I have a lot of time for it. I'm feeling really good at the moment. I mean, obviously, it's going to be, it's going to go to the final. There's no doubt about that. If it's perfect vocally, if the staging really works, the jury potential for this takes off. In a world where Ukraine gets 250 from the jury, I don't think that's impossible. 250 is not a crazy score by any means. Then the televote could then carry her over the line. I personally wouldn't be mad. I don't know about you. I think that would be really cool. But I think it's not a majority opinion that this could be at that level of contention. Maybe I'm going to run a poll on whether this could win the jury or where people are going to, where it's going to finish on the jury side. I'll say like winner 2 to 5, 6 to 10, and so on. Jay, how do you think this is going to do?
I think it's gonna get. I feel like the jury and the televote will be quite similar, maybe 100 each, around 100 each. I think that's not controversial to say.
100 each feels low to me.
I feel like that's a good. Does it?
100 would be low for a Ukrainian televote. Like, don't forget, Bird of Prey did 150 last year. This is more accessible and also more relevant than Bird of Prey was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Bird of Prey. I adore Bird of Prey, but it was niche. Also, thank you so much, Zach, for the membership. I really appreciate that.
Okay, maybe like 150 each then. Because I don't see the jury and the televote like disagreeing that much on this. So something like that.
Let's see what happens. Make sure to vote once this poll is finished. We're going to move on to the next song. And if you're looking for us to talk about the first semi-final clips, then hang tight. We are going to do that. We'll also take a very quick whistle-top tour through the second half of semi-final ones, because we didn't talk about that yet. That said, there's only a few songs that I really want to spend much time on. Let's see what happens. We're coming to a close on that vote now, and it is 6 to 10, which is the winner. 53% say 6th to 10th, and 37% say 2 to 5th. Only 2% of you think it could win the jury. I think that's a fair position at the moment. Oh, it was Cynthia who voted to say that it could win the jury, apparently. There we go. You and maybe about 10 other people, honey. I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible result if it finished 6th to 10th in the jury, and it would do, I think, equally well with the televote as a baseline. That would be a really nice result. I feel a little invested. I'm obviously conscious I, have my own biases and so on, but we have to be careful with this. Three more, in semi-final one. I have something special to say about the Maltese one, but first let's look at Albania. They are telling us nothing at all. Like, I literally couldn't tell you anything about this performance other than his outfit looks kind of cool. Bro is giving nothing
Hopefully
away.
that means that they're like gonna do something really cool, right?
Generally, if they're
I feel
keeping their
like if
cards this
you're
close to their
trying
chest,
to-
yes.
Yeah, because it will be so disappointing if we watch it and he's kind of just standing there. So I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of have high hopes for this.
Yeah, I think we'll find out more soon, but at the moment, I genuinely think there's nothing to analyse. They've clearly deliberately chosen to hide as much as possible. That said, hopefully that means they have something really special. There was a few interesting things in the descriptions, and we will see what happens. I want you to look very closely at this photo and remember what Dan Shipton said about... thank you so much, honey. Sorry, I'm just being delivered water. Remember what Dan Shipton said in that video about those screens made up of translucent gauze.
Yeah.
Except for this one at the front here, every single other one of these arches has a screen in them. If you zoom in, you can just see the texturing of them. That's crazy, because on screen, this is going to look like they're magicking the images out of thin air. I think...
That's going to look really cool.
How is that thing spinning? I know how it's spinning. Stephen, but let me just tell you that they have, let's just say, all of this has been very carefully designed, and this shot has been very carefully chosen to not reveal anything. I can see on the screen, this is all I'm going to say. On this screen, I can see parts of the elements which make that work. And I know how they move, and I know how they lock into place. But, this, for me, I think it looks really cool. This is the thing that we weren't allowed to show you in the video, and hopefully now it gives you a more complete picture. I think, after these photos, they went up in the odds. I don't know what that means. But hopefully this will then get some really just rewards. And you can see in these photos how these screens light up. And so there's going to be, like we were talking about, the zoetrope effect, the thing in the background. This is also the actual outfit now. So this is the archival Versace that Ada was talking about. How do you feel about this, Jay? Because I know you like
this prop.
You like this one, right?
Massive.
Yes, it's enormous. It's the biggest of the year.
What did you say? I cut out.
No, I said yes. It's the biggest of the year. What do you think in general?
I mean, I love this song. I have so many biases towards this song.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's my third favorite maybe at the moment, but that changes every day. I'm so excited to see this.
I think it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks really good.
And the other thing is,
I really hope he doesn't fall over.
I don't think he will. I think he's going to be fine. This in general, I like that they're slowly revealing it bit by bit now. There's more to come. I was conscious that this would be the stage where the prop gets revealed because given the way Aiden moves around through the performance, it would have been impossible to take photos without revealing the prop. So this was always going to be the moment where it happens. But I'm excited for this now. I feel like people went off it a bit, and this will help people come back to it. Most people seem really happy, except one person who says, ugh.
There's always that one person.
Yeah, there's always someone. What I really love about you guys is that no matter what song it is, no matter what we're talking about, for everything we hate, there'll be one person who's like, actually, I love this. For everything we love, there'll be at least one person who's like, actually, I hate this. And it makes it so fun. We get every opinion for every single thing. And I really love arguing with you guys. I love sometimes deliberately provoking you guys by saying something like outrageous.
The original rage baiter.
Yeah, I love rage baiting you guys. But yeah, so this is really coming together and people are making package jokes. I really need to, I'm going to get in contact with the delegation again, because I would really love, having made that video, it would be really cool once we have the performance, or at least once we have some rehearsal footage, for Aiden to come on here and for us to go through it together. Let me see what I can do. If I can pull that together, I will. Let's see. Jay died. Jay. Well, Jiva the Diva has claimed Jay. I presume he's dead now. It was a pleasure being with him, but now he's gone. And we're going to, I like the post and everything. We are going to talk about Norway. I sat down with Jonas earlier today. You'll see the interview on Friday. Fantastic, lovely guy, great voice. Really interesting to hear from him. Jay is still gone, by the way. I've got no idea what happened to him. Again, this is one where I feel like very little's been given away. Shout out to the best photo that has been posted. Like how we've learned so much about this rehearsal from this photo. This photo has been Janised, just like Jay. Someone says piss goodbye. You guys are bringing back all of the old... it was me. Hi, Jay.
Hello. What happened?
I don't know, but I'm back now.
Because I didn't leave.
Yeah, no, it booted me for some reason. I don't really know what happened. I think my laptop got a little upset. I'm going to leave the screen share off for now. So if you just get the Eurovision Instagram up so you can keep track with where we are, that would be good. Because I wonder whether it might be my laptop complaining slightly.
Okay. Are we still live?
Yes.
Okay.
People are saying you can only come back if you play the violin. There he is. You don't
Hello.
have to play the violin. It's fine.
Wait, where are we at?
We're talking about Norway.
To?
We are talking about Norway. How do you feel
Norway.
about Norway? Norway. I am going to give you. I'm going to reshare my screen.
Norway.
I am going to. Behave yourself. I am going to. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm taking you off screen for a moment because I am actually going to give you a screen share again. I'm just going to turn the quality down to. And guys, this is so everyone. Feel sorry for Jay. I'm about to share screen with him at 15 frames per second.
Oh no!
Right, Jay, what do you think of this photo?
Oh, this is horrible. If you could see what I could see right now, I can't see anything.
Really? Is it just loading?
It's so bad. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Well, yeah, no, that's actually a photo they posted.
Are you?
Because it's one of the ones where it's split in half. It's just a really awkward split.
They really just posted that.
I think it's hilarious they did this. I think it's really, really funny they did this. Like, if I was in Eurovision, I would do this.
That's terrible. Okay.
I like the use of the lights.
He looks great.
He looks great. I think it's good they kept the kind of outfit and the styling because it really works.
Yeah.
I love all the lights and the smoke and everything. It needs to be like dramatic and showy because this is we talked about it before, the showman trope, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's but yeah, then this, of course, you know, just glorious. I love how like pixelated it is as well. It's like random shapes in the background.
I can't believe they posted just that.
Oh, it's glorious. It's
Maybe
excellent.
I should start posting my Instagram pictures, but this is like the first picture, and then the second one's the actual picture.
Yeah, just vague. This is vague posting Eurovision Instagram edition.
Yeah.
So we've gone through all of those. We're going to have more on Semi 2 as things move along. I'm going to quickly glance over the Semi 1 photos, and then we're going to look at that rehearsal footage because that's going to give us a lot more to talk about.
Yes.
So if we scroll back and have a first look at some of the ones that we are excited about, we stopped with Montenegro and Estonia. So Belgium, San Marino, Serbia. Those are the three we need to look at. We're not looking at this one, even though, I mean, to be fair, just saying, this outfit is a disaster. Whoever designed that is... Anyway, Belgium. These are the outfits that the dancers have been using for choreographed performances previously. This shot is quite cool. I like the long cape. I presume this is early on because I'm pretty sure I read in the description that they detached the cape. Somebody, oh God, I can't. ZM, that joke's really funny, but I can't repeat it. I'll tell you later, Jay.
Okay.
It's again holding cards close to the chest. The snow is so cliche, but I kind of love it. I'm curious how they did it because you're not allowed to do confetti on Eurovision stage. So they must have some kind of way
like
to
a
do
sheet.
it. A big sheet could be. That's
probably
how
have,
they
like,
did
a beach
water
sheet and
for
not
Demi in
kind of-
2017. Sorry, go on.
No, I was just like, it's probably just a sheet on the floor.
Yeah. We'll see if I like it or not, but snow is not ice. The main thing for me, I think with her, if she delivers vocally really, really well to get a good jury score in and relieve the televote pressure, that is going to be what will help her get to the final, in my opinion. She's in with a shot, as basically everyone is at this moment in time, minus one or two. But like, we're not getting much from this so far. Her outfit seems interesting, but I'm not really well qualified for this. Jay, do you like it or not?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately not. It feels like, I don't know. I don't have claustrophobia or anything, but I feel like she's trapped in there. You know what I mean?
It
It
is
feels
a
like
little
she
bit.
doesn't have like much space to move around.
Yeah, it does feel. It seems a little restrictive.
Yeah.
At the same time, we should also say with these rehearsals, there is a degree to which you shouldn't read in too much. Like, don't forget, for example, Nemo changed their outfit during rehearsal. Infamously, in the iceberg video, Nemo was like, "Yeah, we changed the outfit because I looked like a chicken." being honest with yourself gets you a long way. Might even win Eurovision by doing it. In any case,
Exactly.
I wonder whether she won't be doing as much of the moving. I feel like her moving might be more back and forth, and then the dancers will do all the lateral. Like I don't think she'll really stray off the center line just based on what we see here. But yeah, we'll see. I'm again the same photo, and again she's bang at the center. Let's see what they do with it. The main thing at this stage was I wanted to see something where I was like, okay, I don't hate it. I can see that this could be something interesting. Let's see what they do. No reason to panic for now. Lithuania next. They've kept the prop, so I'm going to presume this will collapse like it did at the national selection. At the same time, thank you so much. Nero for the $2 says Asila's going to set the record for least steps taken. The stage is very bad. It's just him on it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a bad thing. We've seen stagings where this has not been a problem before. But I just hope they've done the camera angles and so on in the right way, because at the national final, that wasn't fully together. This stage is very different shape. The technical possibilities are much greater. You can see, by the way, in the back that it has collapsed. So we can assume this is towards the end of the performance. I'm really curious to know whether he comes forward onto the catwalk early or late, or whether he comes. What I would love would be if there's like a frontal shot. Imagine this. So like a frontal shot. Oh, Jay, you're still not on the screen. Sorry, there you are. I don't know what happened there. It's my fault. A full frontal shot where Grackle of Valchvet says, Jay, you stuck in Gabe's cupboard again. It's natural to have these hiccups. It's the first stream. If there was going to be technical errors ever, it was going to be here today. The great thing is, by starting this early, I can go away and work on this stuff, right? I can look back, see what I'm happy with, see what I'm not. What I would love would be if it was some kind of shot where he reaches out with his hand, which then draws your attention towards the hand, and then the cloak suit thing in the back collapses as if it's collapsing in his hand. And I mean, he's in the sort of position where you could pull something like that. That would be a really cool shot. Maybe they'll, I'm sure, like maybe they're doing something else. But personally, that's what I see and think, oh, wow, that would be so cool, right? Just a feeling. The other thing is, by the way, that's going to make these streams easier is that for most of the time while I'm here, I'm not going to have to also have someone on Discord and also screen share. So I'll be doing like half as many things, which is nice for me.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. And my internet is not going to mess me over all the time. So
how are you feeling, though, about this song at the moment? Because there are some people in chat who seem a little worried. And I'm going to do a poll where you say this. Again, I like keeping on switching it up and so on. The poll today, this time is going to be, is Lithuania more likely to ... Q or NQ? So you don't have to give a firm answer.
I think
it's just which way you're leaning for now. That's for everyone in chat. Jay, how do you feel about this?
I think they're qualifying, even though I still don't get this song at all. I think it will qualify. It's just I just don't get it. I really wish I did. Because the people that love it love it.
I'm one of those people. I adore this song. I adore this song.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, okay, this picture, maybe they'll have something on the LED. Like the camera's pointing down. So maybe they'll have something on the top half of the LED that will make it look cool. This shot is quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
He's kind of giving like Darth Vader.
Do you mean Emperor Palpatine?
Yes.
Oh dear. Yes, the famous outfit of Darth Vader. Someone in Twitch chat, please, please. Right, I'm going to try and mod you again, Stephen. I'm going to see if it actually logs me in this time, because I tried to log in before on Twitch on this other laptop, and I guess it just didn't work properly. There we go. Continue. No, don't join Twitch. Log in. There we go. Log in. If this says we need to send a passcode to your phone. There we go. Right. Mod, I'm Stephen. There we go. Stephen, you are now a moderator. All right. So that is up now, that poll. I have to say, I still think that it's pretty safe. I think it's unique enough and the sound is so different to everything else that it'll work. Tiger Sleeping has pointed something out. It's supposed to feel lonely. It's about isolation. I like that the stage is empty. You can also, if you do it in the right way, you can do a lot with an empty stage. I mean, we've seen how many stagings where, you know, like remember when Malak Harris bought all the furniture in his living room on stage? You know, I think that song would have been
Yeah.
better if you stripped it back. Personally, I wasn't a fan of that. And so, yeah, no, I think it's really, I'm happy for now. I'm just super curious because again, they're giving so little away. One of the interesting things about this is seeing who sort of shows the most leg in terms of, and I'm going to end the poll now. Over 80% of you think this is more likely than not to qualify. So really no argument there, I think, in terms of where the consensus is. In terms of people showing off more, San Marino is definitely one of them. They have about 10 props.
Like,
I
this
mean,
song doesn't need to be doing all this. Like,
there's just
oh
like,
my
what is
God.
why is there why is it why?
It's so overstimulating.
Yeah. What I want to know is this thing is Boy George going to emerge from this, and have they considered the irony of Boy George being locked somewhere and not able to get out for the first 2 minutes of this performance before bursting out?
Also, kind of looks like a radiator. Like,
Oh.
oh my God, like the jokes write themselves. It's so funny.
Yeah, I just think
It's gonna be so funny watching Boy George not qualify.
it's going to be hilarious. The crash out
It's
is
gonna
going
be
to be
so funny.
legendary. He's been in the comments of the posts about this song on the Eurovision account. He's been in the comments calling people pigs and stuff. And there's, you know,
that is.
apparently there's a throne.
Oh,
Apparently
dear.
you can see it if you zoom in. Wait, it's the third photo. Let's go back to the start. Okay, so first, second, third photo. I wasn't the right one. Is it back there? So, is that a throne? Is this thing along here?
Oh God.
But no, I mean,
This picture in particular, like, what the hell is going on? How is that not a safety hazard? That's insane.
somebody hit the like turn on all the lights at once button. Just like smack the button and everything comes on all at once. I just, you know,
Oh, it's so funny.
the thing is, right, is the staging is really camp and fun, but it doesn't matter what you do to this song, the song is always going to remain the problem. And also Boy
Yeah.
George.
It's like trying to spray perfume on poo.
Oh, yeah. And it's just
Like it's his hat. I'm sorry.
oh, the hat. That's the thing.
you-
That's like one of his trademarks is the
I-
hats. He's always done that.
I know, but it's still like I don't care if it's his thing or not. It looks ridiculous. Have you ever seen that that one picture of Zendaya?
Which one?
The one where she's wearing a hat like that?
No,
It just
I haven't.
reminds me of that. You have it. Oh my God, your brain isn't as rotted as mine. To be fair.
Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, it's going to come last in the semi. We all know it's coming last in the semi. Let's move on to the last one in the semi, which will certainly qualify. 100% this is qualifying. I don't think there's any doubt. And obviously, I'm sure after this, by the way, we're going to move on to clips. And during that clip time, we are also going to be sharing with you our interview with Felicia. So that's coming up shortly as well. I've had it sitting on a tab ready to go the entire stream. So here we are. This is Serbia. We've got longer nails. It looks how I wanted it to. Very gothic, very moody.
That looks really cool.
This close up, I'm really excited to see how this looks. So clever to tease it in this way, like saying there's going to be something, and you haven't seen it yet. I'm really, really, really excited for this. How do you feel about this? Not your thing, but
Again, not my thing, but I can appreciate great looking staging, and I feel like they are not going to disappoint. Like, this shot is just like is it like a zombie or like? Because that would be really cool.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but I am excited. I'm excited to see it. Again, not giving away too much. We can see we can see the sword. The sword is back. The sword is here. I really hope it sets on fire again. But yes, super exciting. With that, we are going to be moving on to the clips, and I believe Eurovision World has them all. Here we are. So we can show you them. We can't play you them with sound for rights reasons. That was
Probably
sound.
a good idea not to show the sound as well, because it'll be fixed,
Yeah.
guys. It will be fixed.
Yeah, so this is the thing. It's actually a good exercise to not play these with sound because, like I said before about the vocals, at the moment, though, I can say the balance is wrong here. But that's the same for several. Let's have a... oh, I forgot Poland.
Do we have to?
Yeah, well, no, we should.
Actually,
I think
okay,
it's fair.
okay.
We should.
We should.
Let me... I'll grab it again. You are very right. I'm sorry. You got to remember, I've been a bit all over the place today because, we've done a bunch of interviews. We've still been setting things up. We were running to IKEA to buy kind of last moment, plug-in noise dampening stuff to make the echo more manageable. Like before, it was a bit like being in a train tunnel. But yes, of course, we can have a look at Poland. Just quickly, I'm sorry to literally just for 30 seconds, though, because I don't think we have very much to say about it, to be honest. Wait, no,
I have
we
things
did.
to
We
say,
looked at
actually.
Poland last time, didn't we? We did, because there was the whole box thing. Or was it without...
Wait, no, or was that the description?
That was the description. In any
was at the
case,
description,
this
I
is their big... It's not a box, it's a square. There's not much to know other than, they're leaping around a whole bunch and she's kind of just stood in front. I hope she interacts with this prop lots. I want to see her up at the top of it at the end, make a big sort of impressive thing. Yeah. That's how it is.
You know what?
I don't have much to say about it, to be honest.
You know what? I think it looks quite cool, and I'm quite excited to see what they do with this prop.
Well, let's see. I'm hopeful, of course, for all of them. With this one, I think it's going to be difficult. People are saying, I know people are getting excited about certain clips. What I am going to say, though, is we're going to go through them in the order they've been released. So we're going to start with Moldova. Let's have a little look. And so this one, there's been a lot of conversation about this shot, the unstabilized shot. I have to be honest, for me personally, I think the shot is really cool. I know some people find it nauseating, find it difficult, but remember when we talked about this last week, what did I say? I said, I really hope that camera in that shot is unstabilized. And so for me, that's actually what I wanted. Like I wanted this kind of shaky, kind of vibe, right? I think it's really cool. It's not a universally shared opinion. Jay, like I said, we're not going to discuss vocals today. What do you feel about Moldova's clip, what we've seen here? What do you like, what do you not like? I have some thoughts, but I'll go to you.
I think the camera's a bit too shaky. I think they need to tone it down just a little bit. But I do like how it is shaking. It makes it kind of feel more like... I don't know how to describe it. It's like, for some reason, it feels like more personal, homemade. I don't know the correct way to describe it, but like... You know what I mean? It doesn't feel slick, which I feel like this performance shouldn't be like absolutely slick and like just like, wide shots and everything. So I think, the staging, just a little less shake, and then it will be okay. I'm not going to comment on the vocals or like the backing track because I think we all know.
For now, it needs to be, I think we can not... Jay, why have you become so zoomed? Why has that happened?
I can't even see you on my screen.
Yeah, my camera turned off. There we go. The Discord is just really playing up today. It's really funny. Literally,
Am I still?
you're sorted now, but
am I
like it
still
was
zoomed
zoomed really in
Oh, okay.
on like sort of like this much of your face.
Oh,
Oh god.
oh, no one wants to see that.
Dear, oh dear. In any case, you're fixed now. Thanks, guys. Just keep telling me when things go wrong, because obviously I won't always be able to see it straight away if we're looking at different things. I'm not sure why that happened. I think we're pushing the poor laptop's being pushed very hard. We will keep on going. So overall, I'm feeling kind of okay as long as they fix the sound issues. This is the big thing that people were talking about today, was that the backing track was very high and it was almost overly harmonious. I think I do want it to be rough. I want it to be shouty. Hopefully we will have that, because I think it would lose something without that. But again, it's a rehearsal. There's time. I'm going to be giving this disclaimer for every single one, most likely. Shall we take a look at the next one, which is Sweden? And once again, I'm going to have to immediately pause it so that we don't get the noise. There we go. So here we are. This is the Swedish rehearsal clip. And I have to say, it looks to me like we are getting a lot of what we got at Melfest again. This is obviously totally expected. Sweden never really changes it from show to show. What I will say is, I like that in this little bit here, when we cut away, that we get all the lights like this. I think that's actually quite a cool effect. And they confirm to us that they're keeping the pop out the screen thing. Were we expecting anything to change, firstly, Jay?
Not really. Like honestly, in recent years, the Melfest performance has looked better than the Eurovision performance.
Do you remember the Cornelia Jacobs one in 22?
Yeah.
I think it's fine to say it. Lots of people are saying it in chat. I think we're all thinking it to a degree. That, this is the problem with Sweden being so good, is that then, no offense, with all respect to ORF, I don't think it's an offensive thing to say that ORF are going to be less technically capable in this respect than SVT are, because no one is as technically capable as SVT. Sorry, Jay, go on.
Have you seen that comparison video where it's like them comparing? There's like a clip, I think it was on Twitter, of them comparing this rehearsal clip to the one in Melfest, and it does look a lot better at Melfest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but like, what can they do?
It's, it is what it is. This is the moment where we're going to take a little detour away, because as well as this rehearsal clip, and the thing is I will say that I think that she seems totally in the zone. She's doing what she does. She's like slick as anything, which is what we expected. And I feel reassured as well, just to like, once you see it, just so you know that it is working, even if, like we said, I think the production of the whole show is better at Melfest. Before we go on to the rest of the clips, I was lucky enough to sit down with Felicia yesterday morning, just after I arrived in Vienna. And so for the next 15 minutes or so, we are going to be listening to what she had to say.
We've now made it to Vienna. It's a beautiful sunny day, which is just as well because it's going to rain all week next week. But if there's one woman whose parade will not be rained on, it is Felicia from Sweden. It's fantastic to speak to you again in an environment that isn't the loudest room on earth in London, and hopefully with a bit of space still, because we are a week away. And I mean, firstly, this is, your first rehearsal has just been done. How does it feel doing this song here? Does it feel different to how it felt when you did it at Melodifestivalen?
Yes. This stage is a bit smaller this time, but it feels amazing. It feels amazing. That's all. The stage is a bit smaller, so you have to you have to find new ways to go where you go and everything, so you don't pass a line for the laser thing and security and everything.
Mm-hmm. And of course, I think we were actually talking about this with some of your team before. It does help to have done it at Melodifestivalen before. But I guess in some ways it must be weird, right? Because you have this almost muscle memory of, I step here and then I do this. But if you then go into Melody Festival mode, it's, I step here and I fall off the stage. Yeah. And now it's a special performance of my system from in the audience. Is it difficult to kind of adjust, or does it sort of come fairly naturally once you get into it?
No, it's naturally. I think, yeah, because you had like all you have to do is like new cameras. You have to look at when you're singing and maybe like smaller steps. So that's all. So not that difficult.
Very straightforward. Yeah, I mean, you make it look very natural, and the real key is whether you know what you're doing or not, you make it seem like you do.
Okay,
and that
perfect.
that's the way that this is exactly what I do. I never have any idea what I'm doing, and yet here I am.
Same
Anyway,
for me.
it's one of those things, right? You know, in life, especially on camera, it is one of those things. And then, you can't stop the camera still rolling, so
You just have to go.
Yes, and in fact, I remember a story from one Eurovision participant many years ago. One of her dancers, she had hair extensions glued in. One of her dancers accidentally pulled out one of her hair extensions during the live final.
No, what happened?
She just
Was it like
kept going.
flying away? Or
No,
what?
because I think he pulled it out, but it wasn't in a place where the camera saw it, because you can't see it on TV. So I guess he just like stuffed it in his shirt or in his pants or something, just got rid of it. So anyway, let's not tempt any fate. We're talking too much about that.
That's gonna be me. My extension is going like.
Well, hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully there'll be no flying extensions. We'll come back round to that. But what I really want to do, because luckily we have a bit more time to kind of go through the I call it like the arc of Felicia, where we've, started from, and most of the people watching this will have seen the video that I made about this, where we talked a little bit about your story with the infamous Tobek. But I wanted to sort of to give people an idea of how you feel and where your emotions are now when you perform. It would be nice to sort of touch on some of the themes that we talked about. Obviously, one of the things that really stuck with me is that the frequency when you were sort of in the ski mask as Frock and Snusk was the frequency of performances, 4 performances, 5 performances as a weekend, in the weekend. Obviously, you love music. No one does this without loving music. No. But how difficult was it to sort of keep having this as your passion when, because you'd be exhausted.
Yeah.
Mentally, physically.
Yeah.
And how did you manage to sort of, keep the love for music through that?
I would say, first of all, I was Frökensus for like 4 or 5 years, and for like the first year it was so fun. Second year it was like it's fun, but now it starts to go like and going down and everything. So in the like not last year, but like the
year before, 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. When I still was Fröken Snusk, I felt like I don't want to do music anymore. I don't want to do this anymore because I'm not happy anymore. It was like, I don't want to do music because if this is my only chance doing music, I was like, I don't want it anymore. Because I was so unhappy and I didn't enjoy anything what I was doing. So I was like, okay, I stopped doing music. I don't want to do this. And then I was talking to my manager, Niklas, and he was like, why won't you do music anymore now when you're yourself? And I was like, I don't know what you mean. And he was like, you have to do music that you want to do and that the music you like and love and you always wanted to do. And I was like, okay, maybe I should do that. So I think I keep my love for the music because I did Epa Dunk, and Epa Dunk for me is like, I love the music that Fröken did, but it's not in my heart. And I always wanted to do pop music, EDM and Eurodance and everything. And that's my favorite kind of music. And I think that's why I keep loving doing music, because I didn't do it as Fröken Snusk. So it feels like two different type of like.
Yeah, I mean, it is so new. Like, it's
Yeah.
such a kind of rebirth. I guess now that you're here, I would assume that the kind of, and given something like Melody Festival, and which, because of the way it is such like a kind of validation of this, right? It's like you
Yes.
go there, you win.
Yeah.
In Sweden, it's like Sweden certified, likes you. We are pleased with you.
Yeah.
So I guess having those kind of inputs is really helpful.
Yeah.
But, you know, and from personal experience, and I think a lot of people will relate to this, when you go in doing something new, you come back, you know, new name, new style of music. I imagine it's something that it takes time to build the confidence, right? And build the security
Yeah.
and this kind of belief in what you're doing. So does it
Yes.
feel very different being Felicia now to, say, a year, you know, 6 months, a year ago, when this was kind of still in the earlier phases?
I would say I feel like myself more now, and I've been so insecure going on stage, singing, dancing, everything, because I struggled much with mental health when I was Fröken Snusk, and also now, but it's going like this, upward. So no, I just feel happy right now to do what I'm doing, and I get to do what I love, and that's why I'm doing this, because I love what I do right now.
And now is sort of like I think, because the thing is, with Melfest being this kind of thing in itself, it almost feels sometimes with like Eurovision for Sweden, because it's such a fire test, right? You already have to go to, like, you have to do the same level of performance,
Yes.
Which isn't necessarily true everywhere. It feels like you come here maybe with that extra level of preparation in terms of beyond the like little adjustments.
yeah.
Does that mean that maybe, do you feel able to kind of enjoy this experience for what it is, as well as the fact it's a competition, or are you sort of very zoned in? Because everyone kind of approaches it differently, I guess.
I would say both, because I want to win, of course, and I'm so focusing on the performance and everything, but I'm here having fun and try to enjoy everything, because I have already done my performance in Sweden, so I just have to do it again here 2 times in semifinal and final, because I'm going to the final, of course. That is not a question or something. So yeah, I'm just here having fun, and I don't feel any pressure. I just want to, be here and have this experience and be in the Eurovision bubble, because it's like Melodifestivalen, but like much bigger here. But it's crazy. It feels like Melodifestivalen, but like Melodifestivalen in English.
Yes.
Right?
Which is, as we've discussed previously, really annoying.
Yes, it is.
That said, I imagine at this point, and firstly, you've now spent like a month and a half speaking English to, you know, idiots like me in various rooms and on various sofas. And number 2, I also think it's good here compared to like the pre-parties and stuff, where it's so intense, and it's like, I remember we literally spoke about this. You go into these loud rooms and it's like, and you have to be up.
Yeah.
You come out and it's a crash. There's a bit more space here.
Yeah.
It's 2 full weeks. You can plan downtime a little bit.
Yeah.
And being in the first semi-final, you get a break in the week.
Yeah.
So I am curious to know how different this, obviously we're still in the early stages of it, but how this feels compared to those very intense, you know, like sort of London, Stockholm, Amsterdam, so on.
Ooh, I would say in Amsterdam and London, I would say is like Eurovision in 2 weeks, but like for 1 day. So you have to do like so much interviews and everything. And here it can be like, today I have interviews in 2 hours, and then I'm going for a hike, I think, with the whole delegation. I'm going like, and have some...
Walking up the mountain,
how
singing
do you
the sound
say-
of music.
Try wine.
Oh, like a wine tasting, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So here is like more chill, but I think next week is gonna be more intense, because the journalists haven't come here yet.
Yes.
To the Vienna.
We
so
don't get let in until Sunday, and then That said, we don't see the full screen performance until Monday evening, when that's for the juries anyway.
Yeah.
So at the very least, you know, it's not like, because it used to be we would watch every rehearsal the week before, which is great for us. But I guess for you guys, it would probably feel a bit like I'm in a fishbowl and all of these people are watching every rehearsal.
Yeah.
So if I hit one bum note in any rehearsal.
It's the same in Melodifestivalen because they're like sitting there with their cameras like this. And like from the beginning, it's not like the best performance because you had to do like new light and everything. And they're sitting like this and writing down. She did wrong. She did like this. She do this. She should have done this. La la la, and everything. So it feels I'm prepared. You can be there.
Yes. On the flip side, though, I did also see, because I remember in the Swedish press for the couple of days before Melodifestivalen, the headlines anyway, Felicia is sick.
Yeah.
She can't sing.
No.
You know, which is obviously very dramatic.
They were so dramatic.
Everyone got the impression that you were kind of like
dying.
really very ill and like fighting for your life to be in a state to sick. How bad actually was it? I presume you were sick to some level.
Yeah.
But
I would say I have 39 degrees in fever. That's not
quite high.
Yeah, that's quite high, but it's like you have so much adrenaline, so you can't like think about it when you're on stage. But after when you did your performance and you go to the green room, it was like I was like, I'm gonna die right now.
Like I need nasal spray and paracetamol and everything right now.
But I had so much adrenaline, so it was fine for me, but I wasn't like healthy, so
it was fine.
Yeah.
With that, I feel like we should finish up on kind of the future in terms of what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And then I think the future for Felicia, because I feel like it's really exciting now. There's this sort of sky is the limit kind of thing. So firstly, on the performance, on kind of what your personal goals are for this experience.
For Eurovision?
Yeah, where do you want to be in 2 weeks? Other than the winner, of course.
Yes, of course,
everyone
the winner, of course. I would say I just want to have this Eurovision experience as a fun thing to look back to and be like, oh, I'm so happy. I was enjoying everything, and I hope that Sweden, of course, but also Europe start listening to EDM and party music again, because it feels like it. How do you say? I want to bring back like the 2010 Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Eurodance back to 2026, 2027, and moving on. I love the party music, and I want to bring that back. So that's my goal.
And I guess that brings us perfectly on to what would be my final question about the long run, which is, you know, I'm thinking albums, club tours, you know, stage tour. What is the Felicia plan? What are your, because I guess now you can feel like you can dream a little bit again about what's going to be in store for you in music. What are the things that you're looking forward to immediately, and what are you dreaming of in the future?
I would say, first of all, tour in Sweden this summer. I love being on stage and doing like a whole set and everything. So a tour in Sweden, and hopefully a tour in Europe in like October, November and everything. We'll see. I have my fingers crossed. And releasing music, because I have a song that comes out in June. It's an amazing song. It's so cool. It's crazy. It's an amazing song.
Is it like, in terms of intense?
It's like Eurodance, and you kind of feel like you've heard the song before, maybe. You have to listen. You have to listen. I can't tell you.
Well, we will look forward to hearing that, and we'll be over-analysing those clues as Eurofans over-analyse everything. For now, we wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
We are so happy you are here, and we're so glad to be able to tell a little bit of your story. And we'll see you on stage.
Yes, thank you so much. Yay.
So there we go. That was Felicia, and let me tell you, the energy she's giving now, she is so calm, so just in her element, and like her confidence as well is so nice to see. Given where she's come from, like she's so at home with herself now, and I'm going to bring Jay back on in a way that maybe in a way that she so publicly wasn't before. And I just think it's a really beautiful story, you know, and a really beautiful kind of like, we got the good ending. I mean, Jay, you're watching this for the first time. Firstly, I hope I did a good job. Secondly, what did you take away from that?
Oh, her energy is just, it's so nice. Like, she's having a great time. And, you know, I mean, she's in a way better position now than she was when she was frickin' Snusk. And she seems a lot happier. I'm excited to hear her music after Eurovision.
Yeah, I think now
I'm so excited.
If it's, you know, I really hope, because clearly the people she's working with on production and stuff as well are just right for her right now. Like everything is clicking into place, and I just think it's great. So yeah, I'm really happy. As you can see, I was delighted. I was in a great mood. And it was so nice. You know, we arrived on Monday evening. Tuesday morning, first thing we go and do the interview, like get straight into the experience. And it was so nice to start with that. And, you know, such a kind, lovely soul. We're going to move on. We have, as you can see, lots of clips here. And we're going to move on to this from Croatia. And I've been excited for this one because I haven't seen all of them, but of the first few that came out before the stream was on, this might be my favorite clip, the one I got most excited about. And there's a moment in here, obviously this is the dramatic climax, but this bit here where you get the fading between each one of them, cinema.
It looks incredible.
Like,
it looks so good. We accidentally watched this together right before the stream started.
And we were gagged.
And we were both like, oh my God. It looks so good. Like, who is their staging director?
I don't know. We need to check that out. Maybe it says on there. Let me see if it says on Eurovision World who their staging director is. Because, like, give that person, whoever they are, some flowers. Let's scroll down. Who have we got? Stage director. Jasmine Zvicic, who did Incorporasano and Sama Mrs. Spava before this.
Sama Mrs. Spava, my beloved.
This person is excellent, clearly, and I hope my pronunciation of Zvicic was good. I try to get that. I always try to get the names right. I mean, again, we're not talking about vocals, but I have to say that actually they were one of the better sounding when it came to vocals today. Not the most important thing, as we know, but the drama of this clip and the cinema and the accuracy and specificity of these, like the flashing camera shots between each member. I mean, it's so smart. It's so smart and exciting. And I loved watching this. I really, really loved it. I mean, how do you feel about it now compared to before, Jay? I don't recall how much you liked this or not. So please tell me about it.
The song is okay. It's like in the middle of my rankings, but this has elevated it so much. Like, I'm a big sucker for staging, and this looks absolutely incredible. I think it is the best clip of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't seen all of them yet. We're going to have to look at the others.
Yes. But for now, like
let's just watch it. Whatever. We're going to watch this bit again. Oh, it's glorious.
It's just so well done.
This is the thing. And this is why I love this contest so much. Is that we now just get to start seeing, you know, on one hand, it's, you know, these amazing things that make us go, wow, and make us hold breath. And also, what all of these people have been working on for so long. And then when it comes together like this, it's just a beautiful moment. Yeah, I'm really, really happy. I'm so happy. I'm just thinking about if, so people want to poll. I don't really know what to poll about.
Maybe how high this can get in the final.
How high this can get in the final? We can do that. I'll do it in 5, so 1 to 5.
Because it's definitely qualifying.
I think, yeah, this feels totally safe now. how high can Croatia go? We're going to go 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, and 16 plus. Start poll. There we go. Start voting now. Someone says do a poll on which city Croatia should host it next year. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Split.
There's a few things left to do before that happens. Although I would love to go to Zagreb, much as I think it's unlikely it will happen this year. By the way, we have about we're going to be going for another half hour or so, and in that time, we are hoping to go through all the rehearsal clips that are remaining, all the way down to Estonia, which will be the last one. What a lovely place to finish the stream. So yes, this is the result, which will be coming up in one moment. I'm just waiting for it to expire on Twitch, and then I will read the results at the same time. Somebody said that they think this might end up like Ulvaham, where it qualifies but kind of flops. I don't think so. I think this is way more. I think this is more accessible than Ulvaham. I think people perceived it as maybe a little shrill, a little inaccessible. Will I do a stinky prediction of semi-final 2? Yeah, sure, why not? I've ended the poll, and it's 52% on Twitch and 50% on YouTube with the same opinion, which is 6th to 10th place is the ceiling for this, and I'm inclined to agree at the moment. I don't see it in the top 5, but I see it getting at least some reward, you know, and I think they can be really, really proud of this. We're going to move on to Greece, and I think the not talking about vocals is good for this, because I feel like Achilles was holding back. In any case, let's have a little watch. And what I do like is that what we're not being told, this first one doesn't tell us very much. What I do like is the second shot, which we're about to come on to now, which is, wait for it. I reached my point too early. Here, this one. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And the fact that they do all this, and then the fact that he walks out of it like that, so clever. And it looks to me, because obviously it's not a prop, right? The stage is clear, and he kind of phases out of it. I wonder if this is like AR or something, because obviously this is not present actually on stage. As for the graphics,
it's some of the best use of AR we've seen at the contest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we saw what Storm looked like in 2019. Like, that was terrible, but this is really well done.
Yeah, someone says it is a prop. I'm not sure. I can't tell exactly. One thing I will say, and that we have to criticize because we criticized it elsewhere, I haven't seen it confirmed anywhere yet. And so after the Zika thing yesterday, I'm a little cautious about this without knowing for sure, like in Paloma Rumba. But what they're saying is that there's debate about whether this is AI. I don't know. I'd like to have an answer. Maybe I can get one. But when I saw these graphics, was my instinct too. Like I said, I want to be really cautious about this unless we see something that makes me like super, super sure. Like with the Paloma Rumba stuff, it was really clear from the background, right? But you can never, I don't know.
I really hope it's not. I really, really hope it's not.
A lot of, apparently the numbers are blurry. Of course, it's all AI. Yeah, some people, there was some debate around the music video and stuff with this as well. Yeah, let's look into it. Apparently it's because the numbers are blurry and stuff. Look at the score counter during the game portion, says Stephen. Where is it? That's too soon. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump scare you.
Wow.
I just want to zoom a little bit to. Oh yeah, you can see it was kind of. Oh yeah, I mean there you go. You can see it in the numbers there. Look at the artifacts and stuff.
Oh, wow.
You know, at the same time, it sucks. Yeah, it makes me sad. It makes me sad if this was done with AI, because I think it does kind of undercut in a way that makes me quite sad. At the same time, the sad thing is that it's a cool concept that I think should have been built with human hands, because the concept of the video game is so good. And there's so many brilliant designers who would have done such a wonderful way of doing it. Scryonics, the reason you see featuring Daniel Žižka is because he was on at the start of the stream. Around half an hour in is where he comes on, and he spent about half an hour with us. So make sure to go back and watch that if you haven't already. You don't need... This is the thing, is that human beings will have created this concept. And it's such a cool concept. Human beings can animate it as well. And it's, in the grand scheme of Eurovision things, it's not that expensive. So I honestly... I feel sad about the fact that the AI was used on the graphics, especially since Achilles is so amazing and he does such a good job at selling this song. There we go. Someone pointed out that Vibe did a video game style thing background last year, and they did it perfectly, and it was, human made. Let's see. Well, what we did see with Zikaby is that, in their case, they hadn't used AI, but they felt compelled because of the discourse. They felt compelled to talk about it. So I think it's not impossible that we will see Achilles talking about it in the coming days before the contest. But yeah, it sucks. I don't like that. I like him. I love him. I don't like the use of AI. Let's keep going. Because at Greece, I think they have more tricks up their sleeve, because they said something about 4 video games or something, I'm sure I saw. And we only saw like 1.5. Yeah, we'll have to see. People are asking if there's an Achilles interview planned on stream. I don't have anything in at the moment. I have, of course, asked, and we'll see what we can do. Obviously, these artists are super busy. It doesn't... it's not guaranteed, with any artist, just because of how much stuff is going on. Now we go on to Portugal. And I know we all wrote them off the other day, but low-key was this clip quite good. Like, I know they're doing nothing, but they're doing nothing kind of effectively. Do you know what I mean?
I don't agree with you. I find this really boring. It looks like an X Factor performance.
I think I kind of I get it a little bit, but also I think now I feel sad. I'm just quite invested
Gabe.
in it. Neuro just sends $2 with a violin emoji and then 5 standing man emojis. It is very... Should we do our impression again, Jay? I feel like we should do this every time this comes up. We should do it in honor of... Okay, let's sit down again now, because the 5 people who came in while we were doing that were going to be really confused. I think this is a bit more like what I expected. I think at some point we will do, maybe over the weekend or maybe at some point during the week, we will do a Bandidos do Cante meme roundup, because there's been some really funny ones. And I really want to show them on stream, so we're going to do that. All in good fun, of course. But I think that would be really, really, really entertaining. People are saying check the Discord. I've seen a few people. I cannot display the Discord on screen during a stream. And if I check the Discord, Jay will disappear from the stream because of the way the setup is working. I'm going to do a poll about whether people, again, it's going to be whether people think a qualification or non-qualification is more likely. So Portugal is more likely to Q and Q. And I press start poll. There we go. There we go. And apparently Dreamy Trash Bag says, my cat joined. We have to be nice now. He's only a little over 9. Well, to that, all I say is pss, 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 pss. Pss, pss, pss. Cheese is with his aunties, by the way. We have our friends come over and stay with him when we're away. Bless him, as long as we've had him, he's never had a night alone. He's always had people staying with him when we're not there. And this is the longest we're going to spend without him. 2 weeks. So we have multiple friends sort of taking turns, doing blocks of 4 or 5 days of coming to stay with him, We will share cheese updates. If I get some new photos, I'll share them with you. We actually, Cynthia's mum got us this pillow. It's a pillow. Oh, she's gone to get it now. Of cheese, and it says on it in German, "Hug me when you miss me." It's like, it's so camp, but I love it. I think, is she actually going to go and get it? One sec.
I was gonna ask you, did you bring the pillow?
There we go. There's the pillow. I have cheese with me. Look, there he is.
Aww.
So he's here, and we miss him very much. But he's being taken good care of. That much I can promise you. Let's continue on. 70% of you on both sides think that it's more likely than not that Portugal will not qualify. And I think 70-30 is about how I see it too at the moment. I feel like there is a real chance they get in. I just think they're up against it. At the same time, we thought that last year, and that was the biggest shock of all, how that ended up. So we're going to do Georgia, and then after that, these clips will be first reactions. We haven't seen the other first clips yet after this one. So let's look at Georgia. Here we go. And so obviously we have the dance and everything. As we expected, we have the fake Bzikabi on screen. Thank you so much, Wild, for the €2.
Stage looking empty.
I have the same feeling. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit of a junior Eurovision kind of staging, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Does,
I mean, because it's they're trying to make it fun and so on. I think this could have done with dancers, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And so at the moment, it's not clicking. I'm not feeling like at the moment that this is something that I want to return to. It's something that's drawing me in. I was hoping for a little more drama. This is the chorus. This is meant to be like one of the peaks, and we are not getting that at the moment. We're not getting that peak, which we really need. How do you feel?
I feel like they could have done so much more. Like, as I said in the last stream, I really liked that kind of, city rustic vibe from the music video. I kind of wish it was a bit more like that. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this that much.
I would have made it a little more flowy, I think. It's too hard-edged. And, make it a bit more flowy. It's almost like your limbs gain an echo of sorts when you're dancing and so on. I just think, and I'm going to do the poll again right now, this is one that has trended down for me, and I wouldn't say it's qualifying. So, start poll. Is Georgia more likely to, and then Q and NQ. And by the way, Stephen is so on it with the polls that right now we're getting polls on Twitch before we're getting them on YouTube. Although the options on the Twitch poll are borderline qualifier and no. And finally, we have our first bzz joke of the entire stream. I managed to avoid opening it with "Hello from Vienna," so that's me doing my part.
I'm gonna do that when I arrive.
But you're gonna be like, "Hello, I'm in Vienna."
Yeah.
Dunda says, first for you, maybe.
Tell you.
There's been a lot in chat, though, to be fair. There's been an awful lot. Some good, some bad. I think I saw someone say, when we were talking about San Marino, I'm pretty sure that I saw someone say Bzadiator, and I chose to ignore it at that time. But in any case, we move. These polls are coming to a close. Make sure to vote now because you're running out of time. More than 500 of you have done so. Let's see if we can get it past 600 just before things close down. Jay is going to be in Vienna from Sunday, but he's not going to be on the stream on Sunday, but he might arrive to this flat during the stream on Sunday, but he'll be tired and sweaty and gross. So.
What did you say? You cut out.
You're going to be here on Sunday.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. I'm ending the poll. 87% on YouTube say no qualifying, and 70% on Twitch. That is very pessimistic. Like, it really strikes me actually how pessimistic it is compared to where we were before. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. I feel like this was the thing that most. This was the one that I felt most disappointed by of the ones I've seen, which is obviously only these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does mean now you've all been calling for it, and we should not forget the news from this evening of Linda and Peter. Linda is going to play her song, going to play the violin live. That's the first thing, which is exciting, and we should talk about that, and we will in a minute. The second thing is I'm going to be interviewing Linda and Peter tomorrow. It won't be live on stream. It's a pre-record, but you will then see that on Friday or Sunday, which is really exciting. I cannot turn the sound on. I cannot turn the sound on. But apparently the live violin is in this clip, so we can reflect on this on the next stream. All right. So, here we are. So this is right at the very start. You'll recognize that shot from UMK. It looks very similar, doesn't it? Very similar, but it may be a little cleaner. That's a big distance between the two of them. Okay, I have questions, I have answers, I have excitement. Firstly, I prefer how Peter Parkkonen has been styled here to at UMK. This is going to cause an awful lot of pregnancies all across Europe very, very quickly within the first few seconds of this performance. There's lots of sort of, side eyes and so on. I love this shot. I'm really glad that they kept this. And so, yeah, I'm just generally... I'm happy at the moment. There's no surprises, so I'm not like, oh my God, but also I need to hear it. I did hear, and I don't know if this is true or not. Let me quickly listen to we're going to listen to the first few seconds that they've changed the key. That's the normal key. That's the normal key. Okay,
that's the normal key.
I had heard they had changed the key, but that is definitely the normal key. Okay, that makes me feel better because I was worried they pitched it down and I was a bit like, Maybe it was about a different song. I got it one guide. Yeah, so exciting. Should we see if we can hear the violin? Oh, you can tell.
That's live.
You can tell.
That's live. Oh.
You can instantly tell. Oh, it was so clean.
Are they gonna do it? You have to do a poll.
I am. I'm doing it.
Guys, Tampere 2027. I will not mind going to Tampere twice in 3 months.
I'm not going to get overexcited about this. I've been burned too many times for Finland, but the live violin sounded so nice.
Oh, I really don't want to get my hopes up, but this poll.
No, but it's more. We have a lot of clips to see. At this stage, I'm trying not to think. Obviously, it's nice to get excited. I'm trying not to think of it in the context of, is it going to win? While running a poll that says that, I know. But at the same time, I love this song. I love the performance. So first and foremost, I want to watch it and really love it and really enjoy it. If they then go and win, perfect. Amazing. What a, something I'd be really delighted by. But we have to wait. The violin, though, it sounded so clean, didn't it? Like, you could tell.
Yeah.
The quality of it is just different. It sounds different when it's live. And to me, that sounds so clean.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. I'm going to crash out.
Oh, gosh.
I would be very happy with this winning.
We're going to have to stay so calm about this, Jay. We can't get carried away. We'll curse it, firstly.
Not again.
We can't do a... Gosh, thanks so much, B, for the €2 there. I really appreciate that. I will not get carried away with this. I will not get carried away with this. I will not curse it. I will not overly glaze. I will not get carried away. 86% of you say that you think Finland is going to win Eurovision. I feel like this may be slightly led on by the extremely clear enthusiasm of your host this evening, but I will not curse it. I will not jinx it. Yeah. E-Upload says, you just convinced me Finland is winning with those 2 seconds of live violin. That excites me. Yeah.
You know our good friend Adamo.
Yes.
Adamo, our dearest. I think it was just before the UMK show or just after, he placed a big bet on Finland, and if they win, he's gonna get a lot of money.
How big?
He will win €400.
That's very nice. I would like €400.
Yeah, Adamo, if you're watching this, can you give the money to me?
Yeah, I would.
instead?
I would also like the money. I would also like the money. I have T-shirts to pay for. Although I should say, we haven't talked about the merch yet tonight. By the way, if you haven't seen, I'm wearing it right now. We also have these hats. You can buy this merch. Please do. escgabe.com. Mine's
in the wash.
And we spent an eye-watering amount of money developing this, and we've almost broke even. That's really exciting because our goal was very much to break even on the merch, which apparently YouTubers never do. So exciting. But yes, escgabe.com, buy the merch. It's really comfy. Everyone who has the merch will tell you it's really nice and comfy and it's really high quality. And I'm really glad that we're able to say that now, because like loads of people have received it and have been wearing it and are really enjoying it. And that's fantastic. Let's move along. We have Montenegro next. And again, we're totally in the dark with these. These last 3, you're getting our first reaction to them because we have not... Oh, copyright. We have not seen anything yet. Thinker says, watch Finland get 5th, 20 Swedish krona. Might well happen.
How dare you?
I mean, Jay, it could happen. It could easily fall off. It could easily fall off. You never know what's going to happen with this. And B, I'm glad that the T-shirt survived the wash. It is designed to do that. The T-shirts, the prints will last for far longer than one wash. Let's have a little watch now for Montenegro. Okay. I love the jarring close-up that they did in there. I'm not sure about the wide shots. Love the nails. I'm conscious we're getting lots of long and medium with Tamara right now. I want to see a closer. Yes, yeah. This is what I want. Yeah. Did you see? Look at this. It's scary. It's scary and off-putting. They made it scary and off-putting. Yes. Oh, I love Eurovision. They made it scary and off-putting. Oh, I've been dreaming of this since December. I made a video in December where I was like, I want you to turn up the goth and turn up the the vampirism and yes. Okay. Firstly, style-wise, Olga, thank you so much for the super chat and for the merch endorsement. I appreciate that very much. It says it feels like you hug a cat. I want it by the way, firstly, forget everything I said about the circle, the circle thing. The circle thing works just fine, actually. Now I see it in action. I'm cool with this. I love the way they've done the backing dancers with the kind of the rough thing and the almost semi-religious kind of garb, right? We've had a few in this semi who are slipping up, and I would say that it makes Montenegro look better the more we go along. So it's funny because we totally got the spooks from the photos. Then we look at this and I start to see things and I think, I could get on board with this. I love the styling. I'm not surprised that there's no props because this is Montenegro. The budget is small, but I really like some of the things they're doing here. I love the way she's leaning into.
That
I hope we get lots of this kind of the snarling and the anger. It just works. Give me the close-ups, the sharp ones like we had in the early part of the... is it here? Yeah. like this one right at the start where it's going to jump in where we get the sharp jump. That kind of stuff. It's so cool. Thank you so much, Tomalet, for the subscription. Oh, excited. Jay, first reactions. I've been yapping for ages. Just talk, please.
That close-up sweeping shot looks so good. I really hope they do more of that. People in the comments, I know we're not like focusing on vocals, but how were they? I want to know. But also this, as you said, like, because other countries are slipping up a little bit, this, I can see this qualifying now. Yeah, I would not be surprised if this does qualify. Maybe like 8th, 9th, 10th.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, I would say a qualification is the more likely outcome. And thank you so much, Purple Velvet, who sends 50 krona and says, my contribution for the Bhutan trip. That is very much appreciated. We're getting there. I would love to go to Bhutan. I don't actually have a Bhutanese flag in this flat. I have a different flag. Only one in this flat, but I'm not going to reveal it until later on in the process. And I will reveal the flag when I feel the moment is right.
You need to tell me what flag it is after this.
I'll tell you. In the meantime, 84% of our viewers, 85% in fact on YouTube and 89% on Twitch, are saying that they think Montenegro is more likely to qualify at the moment. And I am inclined to agree. We have one more clip. And that one more clip is from the one and only Vanilla Ninja.
Your stan country.
Yeah. With an outfit, looks a bit similar to Asila's, actually, the one in the middle. I'm glad they've got rid of the plinth. I feel like the plinth was maybe restrictive a little. Again, I'm glad we're doing this without vocals, because I'm sure the vocals aren't great because they've been not very good for anyone. No, it was that was so camp. Did you see that? Look,
was that slow-mo?
The kicks in slow-mo.
I love that. Oh my god.
Oh, that's so fun and silly. I've started
You know what? That is...
It's clearly just a bit camp.
You know what? You know what? That's not bad. I quite enjoyed that, actually.
Oh god, the Vanilla Ninja is coming. They are coming, and they're coming fast towards that qualification spot.
This comeback needs to be studied because this is crazy. Why can I see this qualifying at the moment?
God, it's going to be so fun. I'll tell you what, if they qualify, I am going to drop a massive apology on the stream the next day. You're going to get a full, like, Logan Paul-esque continuous lapse of my judgment.
Oh.
Everyone thinks that your judgment is affected by the fact you're sick, Jay. I'm doing a poll right now, by the way. Is Estonia more likely to... Thank you. Stop poll.
I really enjoyed this staging. It kind of looks like a concert. Like, it looks fun.
Yeah, it's just, is the crowd going to get into it? Because it's the Eurovision crowd, and low-key, they sometimes are boring. And if they don't like it, then... God, the slow-mo kick. I just love it.
The slow-mo kick is so camp.
It's insanely camp.
It's so good.
Dear Lord. I right now, I'm looking at this poll of will Estonia qualify? And from where we came a few weeks ago, the poll is right now 47 to 53. Too epic, too NQ.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love Eurovision so much because of things like this.
Oh, gosh. It's funny. I mean, it is funny.
Oh, my God.
We'll give you a few more seconds.
I hope they qualify. I really hope they qualify.
I think, low-key, after everything, it would be so funny. And so, like, I would full on... I don't think I've ever wished for myself to take an L, but, like, I kind of want to take this L. Like, I kind of want it to happen just for me to be like, they got me. They got me. I was wrong all along.
Imagine they're the first to be called as a qualifier.
That's the kind of thing they do, like they do with Dons.
Yeah, exactly. That would actually shake everyone.
Yeah. Oh God, I really hope so. I really, really, really hope so. I'm just waiting for this poll to finish, and there we go. So, by an extremely thin margin of 53 to 47, you believe that Estonia will not qualify. That was like 90-10 the first time we ever did that poll. And now it's in the margin of error.
Someone said Brexit asked results. Real.
Oh.
Real.
Boo. No, God, if it happens, yeah, I would enjoy it if it happened. Europuntal says, is it really a shock if they're 10th in the qualification odds? Well, that's a fair point, and maybe we should have a little look at those odds and see what movement there has been. So this is the winning odds. Firstly, not much movement in the last few days, other than Malta had a jump up, and you can see now you can get odds as low as 13-1 on Malta on the sort of live trading markets. And if we look at that on the graph, you see there's been this big sharp spike. There was this little one. This happened, by the way, this was crazy to watch. This was when I made my video about Malta. And then, pew, spikes up like crazy in the last few days. Other than that, not much movement. We're talking about 1%, 2%. In terms of the qualification odds, I love how they can't fit them in. So it's like they've first named, last named them. V Ninja are currently by a razor thin margin predicted to be the 10th qualifier. That is a bloodbath, isn't it? According to the odds for that 10th spot. Montenegro looking a little safer.
I'm
Everyone
sorry.
else is kind of pulling away.
I'm sorry, but Poland is 11th.
Yeah, I don't know either. I can't explain it.
Okay, that's a choice.
I really shouldn't have said V Ninja because everyone in chat is
No, what have you done?
You're all terrible people. You know what they want us to do, Jay? They want us to do. Remember how we did our Google Docs semi-1 prediction? They want us to do it for semi-2. So I'm gonna set it up.
Oh God.
Do you remember the other day? I'm gonna set that up. We're
Yes.
gonna do it. We're gonna predict 10th through to 1st. For semi-2, brutal. Absolutely brutal that we have to do this. But we made our bed, we lie in it. We did it for semi-1, we have to do it for semi-2, and it's a really nice way to close off the stream, right? So let me find it.
Yeah.
Stinky semi-final
Jesus
predictions.
Christ.
And increase to 200%. So now I will do semi-final 2 after rehearsal 1. Okay, I'm going to put it on screen now. Jay, since you so generously volunteered to go first last time, would you like to do so
Am I going
again?
first again? Are you joking? Are you kidding me?
No, maybe I should. One sec. Let me get the countries up again because I'm gonna have to.
No. You know what?
You want to do it?
I'll go first.
Okay, right. So
Because
we're going.
I don't want your bias. So
Okay.
let's see. 10th. I need a list. My iPad ran out of charge.
By the way, I haven't watched it, and I hope I'm not being one guide. But a bunch of people have messaged me to say that the Israeli clip is bad, so that's something to celebrate. And apparently the choreo is really naff. So good. Anyway, Jay, 10th and semi-final 1. We await with bated breath.
Wait, I'm getting a list up. Result. Wait, no. Songs, yeah, semi-2. Okay.
I'm going to do the same, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it? It's so brutal.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. 10th. I am going to say. Oh my God. 10th, I'm going to say Bangaranga.
Bulgaria. Oh, okay. That's a really bold way to start this. I mean, I did that like with my qualification predictions a while ago. I put them 10th. I wouldn't have done that now. I'm shocked, but go
on. Jesus Christ. Ninth Ninth Albania.
Albania, okay.
Oh my god, who am I actually getting rid of?
By the way, Kiki points out in chat, says, did you forget, why do you ignore Kontopoulos? That is true. I mean, there's no, maybe we shouldn't, I'm not going to say anything that gets me sued, but Dimitris Kontopoulos songs do very well in the televote in certain places. 8th, come on, hit me with it.
8th.
I forgot to write J. Just to be clear, these are not my predictions. I don't want to be associated with this.
8th Cyprus.
Okay.
7th Czechia.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Oh my god. No, this is...
The guy was literally on the stream, and now you've put him 7th.
Well, okay, I love the song.
I know. I'm
secret
pulling
that
your
I
leg.
absolutely
I'm
love
pulling
the
your
song.
leg. It's fine. Just continue. Although I love how this is like you're really suffering doing this.
Do you see my face right now?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's so horrible. Like there's like 14 songs I want to put in here.
6th Malta.
Okay.
I'm like shaking. 5th Denmark.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a pause. That's a big shout. Like there's a lot of big shouts. That's a very big shout.
I'm wondering if the televote is gonna connect with it.
This is like, didn't you say the other day that you thought this might be a shock NQ or something? Who said that? GJ said that.
No,
What is it
GJ said that. What is it with what, Gabe?
What is it with the stinky Denmark opinions that have been going on this stream recently?
4th Romania.
Okay.
I'm gonna revise this once I have a list. Wait.
Well, we're waiting, Jay.
I've messed this up. I'm gonna 3rd Australia. I've messed this up so badly.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder what's going to be this top 2.
Yeah, I don't. I messed this up real bad. What the hell have I done? You know what? Okay, throw in Switzerland in 2nd. This isn't. I'm gonna.
Bro, okay, you're going to change that, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
And then
Ukraine.
like first can only be one option, and that's Azerbaijan.
Right. Okay. Cool. Great.
Oh no! Yeah, put Ukraine first.
Okay.
Gina's
Right.
gonna win, I'm telling you.
Do you want me to adjust this at all, Jay?
Yes, please. Okay. Right.
Tell me what you want to move.
Move Denmark to first.
To first.
It's such a big jump.
So you've been bullied into doing this, and then do you want me to move these other 3 down, or? So then you got Ukraine there.
But yeah.
Ukraine.
Then put Switzerland in 8th.
Okay, so you want me to move everyone else up 1?
Yeah.
Okay, right, fine. So 5th, you've got Malta. 6th, you've got Czechia. And 7th, you've got Cyprus. Okay, Jay, there is your stinky prediction. I guess I have to go now.
That's such an awful prediction, but you know what? I'll stand by it.
I feel equally anxious about doing this. I find it hilarious that we managed to peer pressure you into pushing Denmark from 5th to 1st.
Yeah, like this is insane.
Let's. Oh God, how am I going to do this? I am going to put Norway in. Firstly.
I do think he has massive televote appeal. Well, not like massive, but he probably will get more with the televote than the jury.
I'm going to add an additional one. This is. I'm not sure.
Gabe, no.
I'm not sure I really believe this, but just to stir the pot a little bit.
What are you doing? Oh!
Wait
Oh
for
wow,
it.
that's
Wait for it.
bold. Oh. What do you know? Albania. Okay.
I want to see what happens because this is the only like big like holy shit shock that I can see, like of the ones where we feel very confident. That's the only one where I can see it like sort of collapsing in a heap, right? Even though I like the shot, if there's one which is going to... So, for the sake of this exercise and for the sake of seeing what happens if that happens, I'm going to do that. Who's next? I am going to put Malta and Czechia in a sort of in this middle zone somewhere, because I think Romania's imagery looked amazing. And then I am actually going to do the same for you for Romania. And then so we have then 3 more: Denmark, Australia, and Ukraine. I am going to put Ukraine. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put Ukraine there. Then Australia. I think Australia winning the jury in this semi. There we go. That's what I'm going for. So, shock NQ, Cyprus 11th, and Denmark winning the semi. That's my prediction.
Okay. Can I have an 11th?
Yeah, who do you think's 11th? Who do you think?
Since you got an 11th.
One second, I'm just going to start a poll. Of who do you think, whose prediction is better?
Not mine.
Gabe or Joey? There we go. Start.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
My 11th will be Norway.
Norway. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. We're seeing some wild divergence from YouTube to Twitch at the moment in the results in these polls. Like the most divergence I've ever seen. Thing is, you've got to remember, these predictions are, by their very name, it's literally listed at the top of the document. It says stinky semi-final predictions. They are designed to be stinky, and we are doing it by drawing ridiculous conclusions from very little evidence. And I think, to be honest, the most honest thing that fan media can do at this stage in the process is like realize that we are adding 2 + 2, and the result we are getting is goldfish. Like that is this. We have so much information missing at this stage, but it is still really fun to do these really silly things. And then if we end up being right, you know.
Could you imagine I can't speak. Vanilla Ninja actually getting 7th? That would be insane. I think I'd have to. Do you see that?
What?
It just gave me a thumbs down, and I didn't even do anything.
Well, you deserved it. You deserved it. Someone says, I feel like you put Cyprus for the sake of having a shock NQ. I explicitly said, yes, that's why I did it. That's why I did it, just to play with that scenario. Like, because I think it makes the semi more interesting if something weird like that happens. It probably won't.
Yeah.
But why not throw that in for fun, for a silly prediction like this, where it doesn't really mean anything, where it's just us having a bit of fun on stream? Why not do something like that, you know? Just to be silly, goofy about it, as someone once said.
Like, these lists are not like, don't take these to heart. We're not trying to offend anyone. Like,
Yeah, we really are just trying to have some fun. And
Yeah.
I feel like we've had a lot of fun in the last 3 hours, 18 minutes, which you have done while being ill, which is very impressive, Jay. I think it might be time to wrap on today. But before we do, of everything we've seen today, what one or two things has made more impression on you than anything else?
Switzerland pictures. Oh my god. And Linda playing the violin live.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah. Sorry, go on. I'm just getting over it.
Yeah, like those have gooped and gagged me. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my god. I wonder if because wasn't there like another petition from Switzerland being like, I want to play the bass live.
There was a microphone on her guitar, like a receiver, but they often use those just to get it into their in-ears, so we don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. As to whether it's fair, I think let's discuss that on the next stream. I think there's a topic about this. My highlights for today, firstly, I have to say I really, really enjoyed speaking to Daniel earlier. I thought he was really fascinating, but also just the calmness, very zen. He felt very at home in this process and with where he is at the moment. And I think that's a really nice place for him to be. And then obviously, the violin is really exciting. That's the first question for me tomorrow is going to be the violin. I wonder whether they've dropped this the day before they do a bunch of interviews to press on purpose. What can I say? It's good PR. In any case, for today, I also want to say it's been great to do our first stream in Basel. Vienna. It's been great to do our first stream in Vienna. And we have very many more. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, like this stream so more people see it. We're going to have loads more coming over the next week and a half, and it's going to be in Vienna, not in Basel. God, imagine if Bzikaby had been on Eurovision when it was in Basel. Bzazel. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked again.
Anyways, guys, buy the merch.
Yeah, that too. Buy the merch.
Move on.
ESCGame.com. Listen, the point is, we are going to spend a lot of time over the next 13 days. It is going to be you and me for the next 13 days. And that was a Sal da Vinci reference. And with that, I think it's time to go. We appreciate you all so much. The poll, I have just ended it, and people prefer my prediction to yours, Jay. So I am the supreme leader.
Boo. Boo.
Good night. Goodbye. I'm waving.
Bye, guys. Follow me on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, do that too.